What if you want 1 hour?
Huh? Maybe you should. Maybe that's the minimum.
Yeah. That's the minimum.
Hey guys, you never commented on my comments.
Which one?
Oh, yeah, but yesterday I turned on YouTube
Okay.
and you said, we're looking for a new apartment today. And you said, it's funny because it's right across the street.
This one.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think you said something that you
I live on 2344.
in the same building.
Yeah,
Remember,
yeah.
Fluffy, we seen that. Remember, he said, "I'm looking across the window."
Yeah.
That was your comment, right?
I was thinking of checking that apartment out.
Yeah. I
was
commented.
kind
I responded.
of, oh, you did?
Yeah.
I was kind of forced. You've used some time enjoying it, but it's just a bit more expensive than what I anticipated in paying.
You're staying at a 1-bedroom or a 2?
What's the other guy's name?
Sammy?
German guy, Sammy?
Yeah, Sammy.
Yeah, he was he was in the bike shop around the corner,
Okay.
and he showed me some prices, and I just bought this in Valley, and I forgot I had a mate who travels, and he travels with his bike,
Yeah.
and he showed me a price of like 9 million or whatever, 60 million or something. I gotta ask my mate if I can take my bike. I know if I wanted to replace this, it would cost me at least 6, and I found one there. But I'm glad I brought this up because I haven't been paying for transport since it's been put together.
Bikes. Bikes are good.
Nice
What was
to
your
meet
name again?
Clarence.
Clarence. Yeah, because I responded because you mentioned that you could see it from here.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering if you're on the.
Oh, yeah, I'm looking right down.
You're the city side.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're at a 1-bedroom, right?
Yeah.
Can I ask how much you're paying for that?
13
Oh wow, 13.
plus
The utilities. We have a 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom, 14.
Yeah, no, I just wanted to keep.
Did you rent it off of Oda, or how did you find it?
I've been in contact with a woman who's an agent on
Okay.
Facebook groups.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you ever watch the Dragon Bridge from up there?
I've only been in for a couple of days.
Oh, okay.
I just
Weekends you can, depending on how high you are, you can see the.
23rd.
Okay, yeah, you should be able to see the Dragon Bridge on Friday nights, Saturday nights, Sunday nights, 9 o'clock, 9 p.m. You should be able to see it, and then Tet is going to have fireworks, so you should be able to see the fireworks in about a week and a half.
Studio. I've got a meeting at 2.
2, okay. Okay, nice meeting you.
Thanks,
Clarence.
We'll see you around. What floor are you guys on?
We're all the way at the very, very top.
Looking this side as well?
Looking this side also, yep.
Okay, take good
Have a
care.
good day. Where? Yes, you read it out loud. He said, oh, I was going to go look at that place that you guys looked at. And then I said, oh, he said, I could see it right out my window. I said, yeah, you must be staying right at Mong Chen.
That one. Yeah.
Fluffy, your brain doesn't work? You responded? I literally said that to you.
I just woke up.
You woke up hours ago. We're going to lunch now. He's like Hendrix riding a bike everywhere. He's like Hendrix rides a bike everywhere. I wonder if Hendrix got a new bike. He's the first person I ever heard that got a loaner and then is going to return his loaner to go get another loaner. He's a professional loaner. Oh, they're busy today, Fluffy. We got 15 people in here, nobody responding. Are you guys alive? What are you guys just bouncing around? 13 million he pays for a 1-bedroom without electricity, without.
21st.
Xin chào. Hello. Oh, I appreciate it. What was your name?
My name is Matthew.
Matthew, nice to meet you.
Seems like all our watcher is.
I think our watches are in the day.
Yeah.
What's up, Crazy Crunch? What's with that? Sigma Dad. I guess we'll cross right here. We'll cross. I'm debating about doing a YouTube GoPro video while we're doing this live stream. Let's go, Fluffy. I'm watching silently. Everyone's silent because all you can do is type. You can't talk on here. Only I can talk.
You know, sometimes I want to believe them because they're making you as a background now.
I appreciate it, Sigma Dad. I appreciate it, man. It's crazy. I still think it's crazy that people watch my videos. I only had 500 or so subscribers just 4 months ago, and now the channel's growing, so big thumbs up to all you guys.
It says 25K.
25K.
We can cross here or...
Okay, I guess we can go this way, Fluffy. I don't think I would eat anything here, though. What would I eat? Beef, rice,
Bangkok.
noodles.
Beef.
Maybe. Oh, Fluffy, this is that I need. Why don't you have this hat? This is in Da Nang, Vietnam. Fluffy, you're supposed to say, "Good morning, Vietnam."
Good morning. You want to check?
Check what? No. We're gonna go to our regular, not our regular place, but the place that I've been looking. They have fried doodles. Not noodles, but they have fried doodles. Look at Fluffy. They have the pork chop and the egg. There's your fried chicken and rice. And they even have fried doodles. Not noodles, but doodles.
It's a bit crazy. It's like 40,000.
40,000. So Fluffy says it's expensive because it's 40,000, which is about $1.35. But that's because we eat extremely. 1,000 is kind of our highest that we do local food for. Tired of Asia? Yeah, the humidity. But right now, this is actually, watch it, Fluffy. They're doing construction up there. Shockingly, I hate the humidity too. But right now in Da Nang, no humidity at all for about the past month and a half. But that's because it's rainy season. But cost of living definitely makes up for that. We both live here. Combined, every single one of our bills, $750. That includes our 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom. That includes going out to restaurants every day. That includes our transport. $750 wouldn't be possible in the USA for even triple that probably. So I deal with the humidity. I always have the air conditioning cranking out. Lots of construction going on here in Da Nang. That's good. I've been out to Southeast Asia. See, I'm the opposite. I don't drink. I don't go to clubs. I don't party. So I think that's why I like Da Nang a lot better than... I'm not a Ho Chi Minh fan. I'm not a Hanoi fan. I love Da Nang. Da Nang gives me everything that I need at an amazing price. North Africa. Wow. I've never been there yet. I've been to 20 countries, but I've only basically been to Europe, Mexico, and Asia. But my goal is to go to 100 countries. We're walking down this long alleyway. This is how a lot of the streets are in Vietnam. I don't drink. So I stopped drinking 8 years ago. I've never smoked in my whole life. Never smoked a cigarette. Never done any drugs in my life. Not even once. So very simple. I did stop drinking about 8 years ago. 2017, I think, of January. So 8 years ago. Tunisia. Look at all these places. All these places are always stacked tall. You said what, Fluffy?
This place is more like local and like a mix of local and tourists.
Yeah, this is locals and we're the tourists.
No, but like they have all the apartments. But you also do.
They're gonna hit me. They're gonna run me over. I notice about this time, Fluffy, we always get less viewers. So I think this is a weird time to do live streams because the USA people are in bed, and then the Vietnamese people or the travelers in Vietnam are probably just eating lunch and day started. Live streams is a 9 in the morning, which I'm not up at that time, and probably 9 at night. So it's probably 9 in the morning and 9 at night is probably my time. I'm not even a big coffee fan, but I do love Tratok tea. So Tratok tea and the caramel ice blend is exactly what I drink here. But I'm not a coffee fan. I'm not a coffee fan. I don't eat seafood. I'm very picky. Don't eat seafood. Don't drink coffee. Don't eat any of the crazy organ meats. Like I don't eat pate. Nothing crazy. I eat beef, chicken, pork, fried eggs, rice. Actually, today we might try out 1 or 2 new foods that I've never had for an uploaded GoPro YouTube video that I'm gonna do today. So we might try something new for me. We're gonna do this live stream and then I'm gonna break out my GoPro camera, possibly, and do a little segment for that because I'm gonna try 5 things on this upcoming video, not on this live stream, but on the. We are going to see. Oh, another thing, I don't ride scooters. I refuse to ride these scooters. So a lot of you guys give me a hard time about a lot of that stuff. No pate, no seafood, no scooters, no drinking. So, but I eat street food. What else do I do? I do a lot of stuff that people say, I can't believe you don't do, and then some stuff that people are surprised. Is the guest from UK enjoying in Vietnam? Yeah, he just sent me a message actually earlier today. He wanted to go back to the same restaurant that we just had yesterday. He asked me to send him the address, so I sent him that.
Don't tell me he will
ride
in drive going there. Oh, I think this is more like local.
We've never been down this way actually. We basically just stay on this street and go all the way down. We've never been down this way, but this is a much, you know what, I'm gonna show you guys some menus so you guys can get a good idea. So the currency conversion rate here is it's 25,000 VND to $1 US. So if you guys look and something is 25,000, it's exactly $1 US. So let's take a look here. Oh, it's all in Vietnamese, but if you guys can see, everything here is basically $1 US. And then this stuff is about $1.20. Actually, probably about $1.10. Yeah, he got his luggage yesterday. They contacted him, and they even sent his bag there. So it came to his hotel. Here's the chicken, and then you'll get your little vegetables. This is like a pork chop. And then they'll give you some rice, and I always get a fried egg. What's up, baller? We're kind of roaming out today to get some lunch. And I might shoot a uploaded video depending on, oh, Fluffy, look at this one. 20,000. 20,000, that's a good deal. Oh yeah, this is 20,000. This is 80 cents, guys. This is not even a buck. But I don't know what. Let me take a look at this one. This is a fried egg or fried something. Huh, very interesting. But 80 cents for lunch, guys. And it looks like it's like chicken and some rice. Huh? Oh, it's okay. Yeah, so I'm supposed to be doing the interview tomorrow at 1 p.m. I noticed he just did an interview with almost a very, very similar guy like me, but from the Philippines. I just seen, because I checked his channel yesterday, and it looks like he posted a video of a guy in the Philippines much higher budget than me, but he kind of has the same story about leaving the USA, and he moved, but he's in Philippines. So, Fluffy, there's fish. Xin chào. Oh, that's one thing that I'm gonna try too, but I should have had my camera out. I've been doing consistency live for about 4 months now. I never did lives before about 3-4-ish months ago. Here, Fluffy, you hold this. I want to get camera B-roll. Let me turn my camera on.
Wow.
Wow.
Good job on. We're in the middle of the road. I wonder what is he selling. Oh, cell phone cases. Xin chào.
I think this is like cell phone.
Yeah, cases,
At
yeah.
first I thought it was going to be...
I thought food.
You thought food.
Yeah.
Okay.
He has his hammock.
How much do you think these are, Fluffy?
Bound you?
What's that mean?
I don't know.
How much?
Đến nhiều loại lắm, máy chỉ.
This one. Samsung S21. I can't take it out though.
Here.
He was gonna put you guys on that. Wow, Fluffy's climbing all over.
But we're just asking how
We're just asking, but he's going through a lot. Been watching daily, man. I appreciate it.
Bound you?
50.
Namoy. What does that mean, Fluffy? Wow, it's gold. Yeah, but all we want to know is how much. I would have thought it would even be cheaper than 50K. It probably would be good, yes. But the thing about it is, I just can't learn another language. It's so hard for me. I can learn other stuff, but I just can't learn a language. Just like how if someone said, hey, you know it's good to learn the language?
50,000.
50,000, yep. So somebody got it right. So 50,000, exactly $2 US. Okay, Fluffy, hold this one while I put this away.
It's a drive. That's a drive-through.
A drive-through cell phone.
Cell phone business. I like that kind because you just have to open your. This used to be a place where they sell bonsai.
So what?
Bonsai plant, the small tree. Hey, Earl.
Ah, there we go. Let me scroll back up. I only know literally basically 2 words here.
Xin chào and come on.
What's my favorite food? That's a tough one. I don't know if I would say favorite, but I would say probably the most food that I eat here is probably the George Costanza meal, which is probably, you know what? I'm going to probably say the bonnet. That's probably what my favorite. If I had to be narrowed down, bonnet is basically like a Vietnamese version of steak and eggs. Thin cut steak with like a beef sauce, and it comes with eggs. And it's 40,000, which is about $1.40. Today we're gonna get something some of you guys have seen. We're gonna get the meat, and then we're gonna wrap it in the
Sandwich, chicken,
Wow,
French
look at this.
tacos.
Sandwich, chicken, and french fries.
French tacos.
Now hold this one, Fluffy. I'm going to try to get a video of this one really quick.
Oh, they have.
French tacos?
Yeah.
What is French tacos?
It's like burrito.
Wow, you can get a
Burrito
burger
wrap.
for $20.
And then
Look at these
this
combos.
one. Oh yeah, 91. 105. It smells good.
It smells like fried food.
Yeah.
Come on.
Come on.
There's a grab guy here. Photocopy.
Hey Will.
Hey Fluffy. They're saying they can't use my US number? You're not supposed to be using your US number though.
No, that's what I was trying to tell you. I think his phone is locked in
But-
USA.
So I've had the same thing. You just need to get a local SIM card. If you go to another country, your local number your USA number has nothing to do with it. Nothing. You don't want to add to your local. All you want to do is pull out your USA SIM card, put it in your pocket, and then pop a Vinaphone Vietnamese.
Tried that. Remember, he was not getting.
I've never, so every single person that I brought down there all had a US or a Europe phone number, and all they do is pop it out. So this is the first time I've ever heard of anyone having an issue. You will have to put, the only way people can call your SIM card, your US number, is if you have your US SIM card in there and you are paying for roaming charges. But this is why on most of my videos, I tell people before you leave the USA, download Google Voice, get a free USA phone number to make phone calls, or you call everybody through WhatsApp, call everybody through Zallo, call everybody through Facebook. That's how I do it. So if I need to call my bank, I get on Google Voice that has a USA phone number, and I call them absolutely for free. And then if I need to call my family or my friends, I go on Facebook video and I call people, or on Facebook audio phone call, and that's how I contact people. I had the beef stew here before. Actually, I had it at the George Costanza restaurant, and I wasn't a big fan of it, at least at that place. It was kind of like a pot roast, but I prefer the beef and grilled onions at that restaurant better. So the only thing that I know that I've been doing in every single country is I go to Philippines, I go to Thailand, whatever, and I just buy their SIM card. Whatever country it is, I buy their SIM card and I say, hey, please take my old SIM card out, put my brand new SIM card from this country in, and hook up my service. That's all I do. Never had an issue. I brought 6 people there. They're all from Europe. I came from USA. Never had an issue. Fluffy, look at that pink bike. Let's go, Fluffy. Do you know where this place is? Are you just straight? You could. WhatsApp requires internet, so if you're out, like if you're walking out here like me, you would not be able to use WhatsApp. No. Let's cross. You know what's shocking? I've been seeing a lot of tourists in this area today. I don't know how the hell they made it out here. We'll sit outside. Of course, I'm gonna get the same thing. This is what I'm gonna get right here. I'm gonna get this one. I think she's probably gonna get this, or knowing her, she's gonna say, "Oh, I want to try something different." But I'm gonna get this, and this is 30,000. 30,000. We just hope that they have it. Last time, well, not last time, but the time before that we came, they told us no. Yeah, just tell them, just kind of, just put, like, before you leave or lose your service, go into Google Translate and just type something in. Just say, I just need a local SIM card for data. That's all I'm looking for. I'm not looking to change my phone. I'm not looking to set it up on USA number. All I want is a local SIM card so that I can have data here. That's all I'm looking for. Nothing more, nothing less. And I want the YOLO package. Fluffy. Wow, my hand spray. Yes, I did. Actually, so have them download the VNPT. Once they hook up your service, ask them, translate and say, hey, can you hook up the VNPT? They can do it for you, because I just went there yesterday. And I had them do it for the UK guy. They'll do it for you. Once you get your SIM card, ask them to download the VNPT app, and then ask them, please translate it into English, because when they first set it up, it'll be in Vietnamese. They should do it. If you can, show them my YouTube page. Every time I go there, same, Fluffy. Show them my YouTube page. Say, I want same. I guarantee you they'll know exactly what you're talking about. If you show them either my YouTube channel or show them the video, the SIM card video that I did about them, they'll know exactly. As soon as I walked in yesterday with the UK guy, they said, oh, YouTube. And I said, yeah, same package. And they know 100%. We are sitting outside. I'm cleaning my hands. We're gonna eat lunch. We've had this place before. I time to do live streams. At least that's what I've somewhat learned, because I think USA people, it's like 1 o'clock, 12 o'clock at night, and then everybody like in Asia is kind of like getting up, kind of wandering around, doing this stuff in the day. So I kind of think this is a bad time to do live streams. I was mentioning earlier, I think the best time to do live streams, which one I can't do, is about 9 in the morning here, because that's about 5, 6, 7, 8 o'clock at night for USA people. And then 9 o'clock at night. Look, there's so many, I don't know how there's freaking tourists. I have no clue. So the big difference that I've noticed about this year compared to last year is that there's many more European travelers, but way less European travelers. That's the big thing. And then the second thing I noticed, many more European travelers across from An Thuong on both sides. No clue why. I'm really curious why all the European travelers are not staying in the heart of An Thuong.
Like building a new bike.
Wow.
You see it? Sophie, look.
No, I'm just making a point that I'm shocked that we've seen this many non-Korean tourists. Usually we see tons of Koreans and almost no white or at least Western travelers. Very small, but Over about the past 2 months-ish, way more Europeans and way less Koreans. No clue why. Especially during rainy, slow season, it's weird. Now, I wouldn't be as shocked if I seen the European Westerners during the booming high season, but I have no clue why the European Westerners are coming in rainy, slow, low season. I have no clue. I have no clue why that is. Oh, look at this scooter. I want that one. I'm very shocked that, like, we've always been used to tons of Korean travelers, but they just all disappeared. They just disappeared, like, I don't know, about a month or so ago. They just all disappeared about a month ago. No clue why. And no clue, it was like a job. Here we go. So it was like a job. As soon as the Koreans left, the next freaking day, all the Europeans came in.
Oh, Mitzi. Good morning.
It was weird. They just literally left all at the same time, and then literally the next day, all the Europeans showed up. I have no clue why. 4 gigabytes for 30 days from Viatel, 180,000. So, Sam's, I have a better package than you. You get 4 gigabytes at 180. I have 7 gigabytes a day for 125. That's why I recommend people go to Vinafone. You get 3 more gigabytes per day or an extra 120 per month. And you pay 60,000, which is about $2.20 less a month. Really ran into a lot of Russians, never. Supposedly there's some out here. The 2 lowest travelers that we don't see, in my opinion, is Russians and Indians. That's the lowest out of all the travelers that we see. Used to be Koreans, then I guess Europeans, and then probably Russians, and then Indians. But now we see Europeans. I don't know about Koreans. Koreans just kind of disappeared. And then Russians and Indians are kind of tied together now. Maybe in your neighborhood, but not where we go. We almost never see them. I never see them. So there must be like a border where they don't cross. They must not cross into our area. I don't think they cross into our area then. They must stay in An Thuong and below An Thuong. Like they must stay where like where Native lives. They must stay down there and never come out, because when we go outside of our building, I never see Russians. Never. Roots, but see, Roots is in the An Thuong neighborhood. That's my point. So go above An Thuong 34. I never see them. I never see them in our area. Ooh, remember how much garlic I ate last time? So I bet you there's a border that they just don't cross for something or something. I don't know. Actually, there's a Russian right there. Speaking of, ooh, what did Fluffy get? I told you guys she wouldn't get the same. Well, maybe she did get that. Fluffy, is that what you got last time? See, this looks like a soup, but on there it looks like 3 pieces of meat. Oh, look at this, guys. Wow. Look at how, this is insane. Look, guys.
You want to wrap it or like slice it more a little?
No, I could do it like this. Look at this, guys. So, this is the meat. I love these.
Squeeze here?
No. The crunchy cracker, a little bit of the noodles, the vegetables. This is exactly 30,000 VND, or about $1.10. and then we get all the rice paper. And you guys know I'm gonna demolish the garlic and the peppers. Only thing is this damn table's too small for all of our stuff. Let me log into the Wi-Fi. Give me 1 second. Let me log into the Wi-Fi. Fluffy, what was the name of this one?
Restaurant?
It's not showing.
Korean.
Yeah, it's not showing up now. Why is it not showing up? Let me try to see. Give me one. It's not showing up. No, not showing up.
Philip is doing live too.
Fluffy, why is it not showing up?
Okay. Yung Korean.
Mine doesn't show that up. Look, Fluffy, look. Watch. Where? This one. Sorry about that. I'm not sure. I'm gonna show you guys how to do this. All the rookies. Look at all this. I got too many damn vegetables. I can't even get to my plate. Let me try to show you guys this. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take one of these rice papers. Look at this. Then what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna try to.
I think they have one.
I'm gonna try to take some of this meat. Look at that. Meat. A little bit of noodles. So if you got to eat some of the rice paper too, because we always get too much. Got some of that. We're gonna add. You guys say I never eat my vegetables, so I'm gonna put a couple of bits of carrots on there. Right? And then here's. I really love this part. This part I love to break. Watch this. You just kind of break it, and it gives it a little crunch. Look at that. There we go. There we go. Right? And then, you guys know I don't play around. I'm going to put this whole piece of garlic there. Uncut up. Unbothered. And then a couple of these peppers. Look at that. Here we go. I'm going to roll this up, guys. Make sure nothing falls out. I'm not the best at rolling these, but this is how I do it myself. Now watch this. You got to get...
Spicy.
It's not spicy. Here we go.
Is it good?
That first bite, I got a chunk of pepper, and I got the whole piece of garlic. I had the whole piece of garlic on that one. The name is right here. I'll show it to you at the end, but it's called Coyen. Coyen. She does have a job. She has a job online. They said Fluffy should get a job. Fluffy, they said you should get a job.
Who's saying?
Everybody.
I have work.
She has works.
Do you think I'm not working?
They think you're not working, Fluffy.
I'm working for Will.
What? Hell no, Fluffy. I'd fire you. You're fired, just like the Donald says. You're fired. You're fired.
Tapi, this is good. This is not cucumber.
This is not cucumber. Mhm. You're fired. That's what I would tell you, Fluffy. I don't want a chunk of noodles. I just want, Jesus Christ.
Put it and pull it.
I'm trying, but it's so, ugh. For one, I'm trying to use it with a chopstick.
Wow.
I don't know. I've never seen them do noodles with this kind of stuff, but whatever. Let me get some carrots. Let me show you guys. I'm making the second one. They give you way too much paper.
This is mango.
Wow, that's mango. There we go. There we go. Another whole garlic. And then a couple more pieces of the pepper. And then here's how I do my roll. I kind of fold it on both sides so nothing will fall out. Look at this. And I do a simple wrap.
How about cilantro?
And then I do a dip.
It's like salty tang. I feel like if you put lime there, it would taste.
Fluffy, they said, is her job being on holidays?
You guys are just jealous because my work is like more of task, or like I get a certain task of work and then I get to finish it fast.
Really?
Yeah.
But how come I never see you doing work?
I do.
Maybe they're right. Maybe you're not doing work, Fluffy.
Okay, I'm doing work.
When?
When
In your
we're
dreams?
at home,
When you're in your dreams?
I do work.
Let me do this. Another whole piece of, look at that, I'm good. I can get the garlic with my chopstick now. Let's see if I can get the pepper. You think oh, I got a pepper.
You just move one stick. You have to support one. This one, like that. Your thumb and your point finger are the ones moving the...
I can't do that. I just stab it.
There's cilantro even. And then this one. Your crunchy.
You get a little vegetables. Oh, I got a little more noodles, but I think I got some vegetables in here. Now let me wrap it. Wrap it, roll it, and dunk it.
Did you put crunch?
I didn't put any crunch. I opened Will Stream for a tiny bit last night, was about to comment. I had to shut it off. I seen you were talking about SCHD. What is HCSD? I don't know what HSDC or whatever is. Never heard of it. Look at that. Fluffy, this is my sauce. Why are you eating my sauce? I know ETF, but I've never heard of that one. What about SPY? Wow, look at that transporting scooter. Another piece of, oh, I got a garlic here.
Then you put the crunch.
Then you put the crunch.
The crunch.
Fluffy, sometimes you sound like you're Arnold Schwarzenegger.
And then you put the crunch. Like that?
Like that.
And then you put the crunch.
And then you put the crunch. That's how you sound, Fluffy.
That's maybe that's the sound that make if Mick Fisher is around. And then you put the crunch.
I don't want that much freaking noodles.
You pull it and then yeah. There.
It's still too much. Whatever. Whatever, Fluffy. It's okay. It's okay.
And then you put some crunch.
Dang, I forgot that we met a guy that watches the channel named Clarence. And then there was another guy. I couldn't hear his name. The guy that was sitting at the store. I think he said Mark or something. I couldn't hear what he said.
Or sounded like a Brian.
I couldn't hear it. It was too
Or
loud.
Brad.
I didn't hear it. How much do you get in dividends? My garlic fell out.
You put another wrapper. Do you think I don't work?
You don't work, Fluffy. Fluffy the non-worker.
Ruffy, they're freeloader. Maybe they're thinking of that as
I need my drink, Fluffy. Wow, Fluffy, how much noodles do you need on one?
and then you put the crunch.
That's like a whole chicken noodle soup on one piece. A crunch.
Ruffy, can you do that while biking?
I can ride with no hands on a bike. What are you jealous about? Let me get a little bit of this carrots. Some more garlic. And I almost ate all this garlic. I've had enough garlic for a whole week. If you guys still use Robinhood, you guys are crazy. I was trading back when Robinhood crashed during like COVID times when everybody had the huge crashes and people couldn't log in and they couldn't log out. And then I remember they had like a big class action lawsuit against Robinhood. And like people got like $40 back and some people lost like hundreds of thousands of dollars. I would never use Robinhood. I used two different stock. I used Tasty Trade and I used Merrill Lynch. And I was only paying like 10 cents a contract. So you guys literally don't save. You save like a couple of bucks at best using Robinhood. But As soon as it goes bad, it's the same thing. It's the same analogy as like you guys get to save a little bit of money or get the freedom of riding a scooter. But as soon as it goes bad, you guys lose all that money and all that headache. That's why I would never use Robinhood. Robinhood. Ooh, my pepper fell in.
You scoop it.
I am. I need my chopsticks. See, I don't have the patience to do stocks. I need to do stock options much, much, much more fast. I could not sit there and watch paint grow and watch shares slowly grow and go up and down. It would kill me. This is going to be a whopping $1.20. You know, I don't think this exists, but this would make this so much better. Is if instead of it was rice paper like that, if it was the fried spring rolls, and they were just fried and they were laid there, and then you build it the same way. But if these were fried, like the fried spring roll wrappers, oh, that would be so good.
And then it would put the crunch.
I can't get rich slow. I hate slow money. I'm the type that would take half the value now. If I won the lottery, I would be the first person that takes, not the first person, but I'd be the type that takes half money now, then wait freaking 20 years to get paid out. I can't do that. I need my money now.
I need my money now.
If I won 100 million, give me 50 million now. That's it. I don't get the 100 million ever. Just give me the 50 and I'm done. I'd rather have all the money that I can have now and invest it and do whatever I want with it. But that's like a chicken noodle soup.
No. How could it be chicken noodle soup? Did you try it?
Pork noodle soup.
It's okay. Okay. Come. Come on.
What was she saying, Sophie?
If we want more noodles. I said it's okay.
Well, they're going to give us some more noodles.
Oh, you want some?
No.
I won't accept noodles, but I'll accept meat.
Yeah, give me more meat. Give me a whole plate full of meat.
You know why they're very fit here? I think it's because they eat less rice and like more of the things that they eat is this
Yeah, but
greens
all this...
and like all this one.
But they eat so many noodles and rice.
No, they don't eat that much rice. Filipinos eat more rice. I think it's more noodles.
But noodles are same amount of carbs,
This-
maybe more.
No,
Yeah,
no.
yeah. What is the noodles made from? Wow, that was spicy.
Eat some like this.
Oh, that was a spicy one. I love these. What is that guy doing, Fluffy?
A motorbike, I told you.
I know, but what is he mixing?
Maybe paint. He's painting the...
Fluffy, he would get a huge fine in the USA for doing that. You have to be like in a booth, and it has to be taped off, and it can't be in a residential area. This guy's just going to spray it, and it's going to come over here and hit us in our face while we're eating lunch. Let me spray Fluffy. Here, Fluffy.
You're done?
No, I'm smart.
See Fluffy.
That's crazy. This guy's just gonna paint right in the middle of the street, right across from a restaurant. Let me know in your country, would this be considered legal? Would that be considered legal? Burn stuff? Oh, that, so two types of burning. I've seen regular burning where people just burn their garbage, and then they also, right now, they're burning their religious stuff. They go out there and they put like an offering, and then they burn stuff. So that's definitely something that they do.
Yeah. They burn it because it's an offering.
I traded stock options from basically about 2017 till about 2021. Right before I left to go travel in 2022, I stopped. I basically not transferred, but the money that I used to trade stock options basically went to my travel. If I had a bunch of money, all I would do is just sell stock options. I would sell calls and sell puts. Covered calls and covered puts. That's what I would do. I would just sell covered calls and sell covered puts. None of this naked crap.
What are those?
What is what? Fluffy, if you would have had natives Tupperware, you could have brought all those. You could have had natives Tupperware.
I think Native already went to Vinaphone. I told Native, just go there and show Will's picture. You tell them you want same.
That's all you guys really have to do. We're eating at the same place. We had this place about a week ago. I'm not sure if you were there that day.
Why didn't you just tell Native to do that?
I did. We're eating at the place where you can make your little rice stuff. Your little rice rolls.
Ban Xiao Cho.
I think I'm going to shoot. Oh, look at this. This is mine. I want this one. That's the one I want right there. I want to ride that one. I think I'm going to shoot. I have my GoPro with me. I think today I'm going to start that segment. Remember where I told you guys I'm going to try 5 different things? 5 foods I've never had. I think since we're on this street and it's only like 3 buildings down, I think I'm going to try the pancake. I was planning on doing the video all in one day, but since we're here, I might just shoot that tiny little segment and just record that part, and then maybe each day. They're closed.
Remember, they open at 2.
It's 2:20.
I don't see it.
Maybe they're just starting it. Wow, Fluffy. You're almost done.
can't finish it. It's too much.
Fluffy always eats whatever I don't eat.
That's why Will cannot explore things. Because it would be rude for seller because Will would not it would be rude if Will doesn't finish it.
Then they think I finished it. Do I like Thailand? Yeah, I like Thailand. The only reason why probably I'm not in Thailand or why it's not as high on my list is because it's only a 2-month visa compared to Vietnam's 3-month visa, and Bangkok is about 20 to 30% more expensive than Da Nang. But let's just say, like, if Da Nang ever got rid of their visa or Da Nang got 20% more expensive, I would probably go to Bangkok. Bangkok is a great second option for me. But I'm a nice young man. What would I be doing in Thailand? I'm a young man. Look, I didn't even shave today. No one could complain that I didn't shave. What are you laughing at, oldie?
Did you try this?
No, Fluffy, I don't want to try that. I don't want to try that one. You
It's
try it.
mango.
I only like dried mango.
Try this. It tastes like dried mango.
I don't want dried mango. I love Bangkok. I love Bangkok. Like I said, though, in Bangkok, I would have to do 6 visa runs a year, on top of the fact that I would have to pay 20 to 30% more cost per living a month. I went to Chiang Mai, and I like Da Nang way better. If I was going to go to... Chiang Mai doesn't have an ocean. Chiang Mai only has the 2-month lease. So for me, if it's not going to have the ocean, I would way rather go to Bangkok. Bangkok has the BTS. Bangkok has the nice luxury malls. Bangkok has the parks. I love the street food in Bangkok. The 2 problems with Bangkok is just the shorter visa. So if I'm going to get the shorter visa in Thailand, then I'm going to go to Bangkok. Bangkok gives me much more of what I like than Chiang Mai. I've been to Chiang Mai, and Chiang Mai was... Everybody swore, oh man, this is going to be the greatest city in the world. It was severely underwhelming. I would take Da Nang. I would take Da Nang over Chiang Mai any day of the week. I've heard of Rayong, but Fluffy, remember, that's not like that industrial city. I've been to actually, in fact, I enjoyed Chiang Rai more than I enjoyed Chiang Mai. So I went to Chiang Rai, Chiang Mai, and Bangkok. And I actually like Chiang Rai better than I like Chiang Mai. The UK, I've been to the UK one time in 2019. I was in London. This is back when the last cheap time to travel was. After about 2019, all the prices in the world went up. So that was it. There's so many. I've never seen Europeans in this area, Fluffy. When have we ever seen Europeans in this area?
Just recently.
We've never seen them. I have no clue where they're coming from.
Like before, when we walk in this area, they would look at us.
Yeah, it's so weird. I don't know what happened to this city. 1, there's more Europeans here. 2, they're in the wrong neighborhoods. Now you guys say, what do you mean wrong? Every time we've seen Europeans in the past, they were always in An Thuong. So I have no clue how they ended up here. I don't know if there's like really good deals on Agoda that's outside of An Thuong now. Then how did they find out about this?
They were able to explore.
How come they weren't exploring last year? How come they weren't exploring last year and the year before? You know what I'm going to do? I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to do, because the last guy that just did a video on Vagabond Awake, he did it on his cell phone. So I think I'm gonna do it on my cell phone. I'm gonna set up this phone in the stand on my cell phone, and I'm gonna put it in front of my window at my apartment like this. So I think that's what I'm gonna do. I think I'm gonna scrap the idea on my cell phone or on my laptop and go into a cafe. Let me see what you guys said. Ooh, almost kicked that. I'm at this restaurant, which is just on the other side of Moon Milk and kind of by, not the Bach Mayan market, but another market. Let me pay for this real quick. How much, Fluffy?
30.
Oh, only 30?
60.
Wow, Fluffy's paying half of hers. Fluffy's paying half. 60,000. There's 50 and a 10. So this is about $2.25 for both meals. I live here in Danong for probably, I'm gonna say for sure under 10,000. I live in this city for under $10,000 a year, and probably closer to $9,000. If I went down to a one bedroom, it's probably closer to 8,000. So just to be safe, I say I live here in Danong for about 10,000 a year. More realistically, it's closer to 9,000. But if we went from a two bedroom to a one, it would probably be like mid eights, barely $9,000. When going home, we always get to the airport 2 hours ahead of time. I like to be at the airport 2 hours, no shorter than 2 hours.
Like, the process at the airport is just fast. Before, but like I saw Sammy's video. Like he was saying that it's different now because there's a lot of crew and like the long lines now.
The long lines. I guess I'm gonna shoot a little clip of a video. We're gonna go over here. Fluffy, have you already paid? Fluffy, I don't know what this means. What's that?
Figure it out.
I want to live in a jungle. Jeez.
Go to Palawan.
Yeah, I hate to say it, but I think I missed my big break. I got into the stock market, well, trading stocks, too early, and I'm always too early or too late in almost all my financial investments in life, whether it's careers, whether it's stocks, YouTube. I always got in too early or too late. That's the story of my life. I got into stuff too early or too late. And here's my microphone. Can you guys see this? This is my microphone setup. I'm gonna go over there and I'm gonna shoot a clip of me getting a pancake. I've never had it before, but we'll see.
You're gonna get full with that because the quantity is as much as
I
that.
thought I could just get one.
The pancake, what you do with that, you slice it into 4 and then you put it in a rice paper and then you put some veggies on it and then
I don't want to do all that.
Yeah, that's how it.
I just want to get one pancake.
Yeah, that's what you do with the pancake.
Why can't I just eat it?
It's I don't know. You can do that, but usually what they
How much
do
is a pancake?
10, I think. Well, if we go there, we have to tell them that no more. You can. That you just.
I don't know. I can't ever predict an in-person guest service. I do. Oh, I forgot. I had an earlier meeting today with a lady from Philadelphia. She's coming in next week. And then I have a video consultation tonight at 6 o'clock that I got to do. I can't forget that I have a 6 o'clock consultation tonight. I could have had it for lunch. I don't know if I'm gonna like it. This place I do like. And then the other thing was I wasn't sure that if I'm gonna do this. I brought the camera just in case. And then I said, okay, we ate this. I have my lunch. I know I enjoyed it. And then we're only like 4 buildings away. So I was like, you know what? Let me get this clip. So maybe I might not. Maybe I might not do it. Maybe I'll skip on that. I need to do the noodles, the durian, the pancake, the bun guy. Maybe I'll try to find the bun guy.
Oh, a while ago there was one who stopped at us.
But I didn't have my camera ready. How much are the buns?
25 or 10? 10,000?
No, I think 20,000.
10,000?
Remember, because he told you 2, and you gave him 2,000.
I think.
The buns are 20,000. Jesus Christ, are the buns 20,000?
I think so.
My God.
I think there's 15.
I don't know what we're gonna do. I guess we can either go discover the neighborhood. Man, you guys know I used to have AMD. I used to trade stock options on AMD when AMD was like $9 a share. What is it now? What is AMD? I remember AMD shot up. I was too early to AMD. I used to trade AMD when it was like $9 a share. I used to trade GameStop when it was like $5 and $7 a share. I used to trade, my brother used to trade Netflix when Netflix was like $87 a share. I got into
Does he
Netflix
still
about
have
$100.
Netflix?
I don't think so. I used to trade GameStop when it was like $7 a share. I used to trade AMD when it was like $8, $9 a share. MU when they were like $30 a share. I used to make all my big money on Square, Square Payment Processing Company. AMD's $116. I was trading it well under 10 bucks. Well under 10 bucks. My brother was trading Netflix at like 87 bucks. I think the lowest I remember trading Netflix was like 90 something dollars. Like 90 something bucks. Crazy, man. I just can't believe it. I'm not into stock. So what I did 2 things. I bought or I sold stock options. So at the end, what I was doing is I would go buy $20,000 of different shares a week, and then I would sell the stock options as a premium. So I'd buy $20,000 worth of shares. Like let's say I'd buy Twitter, I would buy AMD, and then I would sell the weekly stock options for them, and I would get like 400, 500 bucks a week on weekly stock options that I would sell to people, and then I would just make a weekly profit like that. But I would trade stock options and I would buy them, so I was buying stuff like Square a lot.
You can get the apple custard.
I was selling stuff like that. I was buying like, let's say I'd buy like earnings. I would buy like 10 contracts of MU earnings day. I did a lot of earnings. I'd buy like expecting moves, like let's say there was a financial report coming out, I'd buy stock options, either a put or a call, to hope that I would be able to do it. I used to do it myself. I would never, ever, ever pay anyone to invest for me. I literally traded stock options for 4 years. I would wake up at 6:30 in the morning and I would either sell stock options or I would buy them. But I would never pay someone to do that. The only reason why I'm not trading stock options now is because I don't have the capital. But if I had the capital, literally if I had the capital, I probably would have never started a YouTube channel, because I would have just been trading stocks, and that's all I would do. I would just trade stock options. Cash accounts for me. I never, ever, never, I'm a firm believer, do not do margin. 100%, I've never done a margin trade ever. All my accounts were 100% cash cash accounts. I never, ever, ever, ever would do margin. Never do margin. Nope. I will never do margin. Too many terrible stories. Too many terrible stories. I'll never do margin. Cash accounts, just like the same way. I don't have credit cards, and I would never get credit cards to pay my bills. I never do margin. I've never done a margin trade in my life.
Hey, coffee with Steve. Yes.
Not only that, but if you do margin, you have more stricter limits. Like they can margin call you. You can't trade more than a certain amount of days. If you have cash accounts, you could sell a trade, turn around, do another trade, turn around, do another trade. There was days I would do 10, 12 trades in the same day. Cash account, man. I would never do that. I wouldn't. One, I'm not patient. Two, I would have I never invested in good stocks. I had 3 long-term stocks until I sold everything. I had MRO, I had Twitter, and I had Cron. I had those in my long-term portfolio, and I waited a year or 2 years, and they were nothing. They never turned out to be anything. I couldn't do that. So let me give you an example. I remember, I think it must have been 2021-ish. I had 80 call options on Square. I've invested maybe $2,000 on these 80 contracts, a call option on Square. Market closed. Jack Dorsey was the owner of Square, same owner as Twitter, and at the end of closing, they named a new CFO, and I had 80 contracts on call. Next day I woke up, that $2,000 when I woke up was already $15,000, and I held, man, I was nervous. I kept holding, and it kind of slowly went up. And I think after about 3 hours, that $2,000 turned into $19,000. I cashed out. That was the biggest trade that I ever made. In about 3 hours, I made about $19,000. If I would have held it another day or two, I think the stock went up even more, and I would have made like 50 grand. I was more of a swing trader. I wouldn't necessarily say I was a day trader, but I'd be in stocks for 2 or 3 days usually, stock options. So for me, I would only, if I started doing trading again, I'd be a swing trader. I wouldn't, occasionally I'd probably do day trades, but I'm always a swing trader. I'd be a swing trader, and what I would honestly do is just sell options. I would just make the premium. Free money. I'm the middleman. I collect the premium, and I sell you the stock option, and then I make my money. That's all I would do. I would never pay a fund manager. I know the stuff. You're just giving someone else that can do exactly, and fund managers have no clue. So how many fund managers invested in Enron? How many I wouldn't do it. If I'm going to lose my money, I'm going to lose it on my own. And then I'm not going to pay them freaking 20%. I'd rather trade by myself too. So put it this way, when I was selling stock options combined with a little bit of stock, with a little bit of buying stock options, I was getting like 80% return on investments on my stock trades. Mostly a huge chunk of the reason why I was selling the options. Somewhat, everyone always wants to say stock options like gambling, but ooh, look at that. It's not as technical as gambling. It's not gambling. It is a gamble, but it's not gambling. And especially if you're selling options, it's just a straight premium. You just get free money. Now, the only risk when you sell options is that the share that you're holding drops in value. Well, go look it up, Darth. Go look up what the best, safest strategy of trading stocks is, or stock options, and it's selling options. It's selling options. If you go look at, guarantee you, every single huge financial wealthy investor sells options. selling options is the safest, best strategy. But it's not true about 80% of people do it. You can go move to Vietnam and save 60% of your wealth. But how come everyone doesn't do it? So coming to Vietnam, I guarantee you'll save 40, 50, 60%. But how come everyone doesn't do it? So it is a for sure thing. It'd be impossible for you to have the same lifestyle in the USA, to come to Vietnam, have the same lifestyle, and for you not to save money. But it's a fact, you can do it, but how come 80% of the people don't do it? Your house is a gamble. Your house is a gamble. So what I don't understand is when people say, oh man, I'm gonna buy a house and sit on it for 20 years and then it's just gonna go up. You guys can call me a fool or whatever, but buying a house to sit on it for 20 years is a terrible, terrible, terrible return of interest. It's a terrible ROI, terrible. You could use that money in those 20 years and make 50 times that amount of money. Sitting on a house is old school thinking. It's terrible. I think we're gonna walk down this way. Where are we gonna go, Fluffy? Maybe to the market to see come on. I guess we'll go take a look at custard apple. Everybody loves the custard apple. Yeah, buying a house and sitting on it for 20 years is just, I would never do it. I could have so many other business, even if you don't want to invest in in stocks, there's so many other businesses that you can invest in for that course of 20 years at a much, much, much smaller amount of capital than buying a house to sit on it. Look at how many people that bought a house, right? They bought a house in LA. And now the insurance companies are either going to haggle with them, not pay them out. And guess what? They bought a house to go live in LA and they were going to retire on it. And now look at how many people are going to get screwed. So buying a house is not a guaranteed, oh, you just sit on it for 20 years. Look at how many people are going to get screwed. I guarantee you, so many people are going to get screwed on this house fire. I don't think they have it now, Fluffy. This is what we were gonna try. They're not cooking it. They're not cooking it.
Yeah. You want to try one? And then maybe
No.
you could get it.
I need to be in the right mood. Oh, what is this place? People are riding bikes. Ciao. I guess we're gonna cruise down to the Huang. I never know how to pronounce stuff here. I just pronounce them at Sinchao. What is that, Fluffy? Oh, these are no, those are not bananas. Those are sweet potato and banana. We've never seen them like that.
Yeah,
Is that?
fritters.
Those are fritters? How come they're so light?
It's 5,000.
Why are they so light compared to the other ones?
Oh, that one has maybe yellow batter. But this one is white batter. Yeah.
That's a banana?
Yeah, this one is banana. And
It looks,
like
doesn't it look like, it looks like fried egg.
it's a batter. Want to try one?
I guess so.
What? Potato or sweet potato or sweet potato?
Oh, of course banana, Fluffy.
Can we have one banana? Only banana? Only banana.
Yeah.
How much? 5,000?
I think the orange ones are sweet potato.
Yeah.
I've never tried a banana fritter like this. No clue what it tastes like. How much is it, Fluffy?
5,000.
Whoa, Fluffy's breaking out the big money. My personal advice.
They're kind of 7-Eleven.
My personal advice is I would never, ever, ever buy a house for myself. The only way I'd buy a house for myself in the USA is if I was using it as a rental property, but I would never buy a house. I'd never buy a house just like, oh, I want to buy a house and have a picket fence and raise a family and do. I would never do it. I'm the same way with cars. I will buy used. I was joking. I'd buy used cars, pay outright, or if I was ever forced to get a new car, I would just lease. I would lease and just keep trading up to a newer model every time. That's all I would do. I would never buy a car. I would never buy a brand new car and pay for it outright. It's not worth it in my opinion. I'm kind of the same as, what's his name thinks that way? Shoot, Grant Cardone. I have no interest in buying new cars or owning a house if it's not as a form of investment. What is it? 25. Fluffy, maybe you can carry that all the way. I'm not giving you advice. I'm telling you what I would do. I'm telling you what I would do. Fluffy, how come it doesn't look as dark?
I think they use a yellow background.
And let me go back up to that point. So I know Dark Sun wants to throw a little shade here, but he's acting like, oh, you're almost broke. Broke is not because I made bad decisions. Broke is because I don't have an income. So I could be in the USA pulling my hair out, which is already out, making lots of money and say, oh, I make $50,000 every 2 weeks. Like I could be doing that, but I don't want that lifestyle. So I gave up the money. So let's not make it sound like, oh, he makes all these terrible bad decisions and he's broke and he's giving out advice. So I know that was a little shade, but let's not make it sound that way. I swear, if I'm wrong, I apologize, but I'm almost positive Dark Sun is Dark Brother. Can almost guarantee it. Fluffy, how come these are not brown?
Because the banana is like color.
But the banana in the other ones is dark.
Huh?
The bananas in the other one is dark.
I feel like they put something in the battery here.
I don't know. Fluffy, you still have a banana fritter that you still haven't ate. You guys remember when we did a live stream like 2 days ago? Fluffy got a banana fritter and still didn't eat it. It's still sitting in the refrigerator. So you shouldn't even get to even smell this one. You shouldn't even be able to smell this one, Fluffy. Doesn't work that way, Darth. That would be like you telling a coach in the NFL, hey man, you never played football, you don't get to be a coach. Come on, man. Let's be realistic here. Just like, okay, let me put it this way, Darth. Do you have a YouTube channel? If you don't, do not give me advice on having a YouTube channel. Put it that way. So, Darth, do you have a YouTube channel? If you tell me no, then why are you giving me advice on a YouTube channel? I buy the fear like I did with COVID.
Yes, I've been going back and forth here in the house.
Philip, I'm gonna do it tomorrow. It's scheduled for 1 o'clock, 1 p.m. tomorrow.
Here, water. Storm. Very hot. It's like summer. Summer, yeah.
Weather be okay?
Yes, I like it.
I don't know what she's pointing at. Yeah, we should. I have a video consultation at 6 p.m. tonight with someone coming into Danong, so I'm doing that video consultation. I had one this morning too, but we will probably do a live stream dinner tonight. We did this one early today because we were gonna come out here. Coconut man, I appreciate it. Thank you, buddy. Let me heart that. Oh, let's not say that too loud because Fluffy will hear it. Look. What are you doing, Fluffy?
They're asking if I'm from Vietnam. In USA.
There we go. We got one. We probably can't take a big bite of this because it's probably going to freaking burn.
You want to sit? No, it's okay.
That's okay. We're just going to walk. We're going to walk.
Waiting for banana. I like banana.
Big thumbs up, Coconut Man. I don't know what she's talking about over there. But that water is only 25,000. That's the cheapest we've ever seen. Never seen 25,000 water. The only problem is how the hell would you get this back to our building? Fluffy, do you think you can carry that water from here to our apartment? Why not? We can save 5,000.
How many countries?
Him, 20 countries. Me, only
20. How many have you been to, Fluffy?
Singapore, Malaysia, Vietnam. Where did I go? Macau, Hong Kong. Maybe 5.
5.
Yeah. Very nice. You travel also?
Yeah.
Ah, come on. Thank you. Come on. Come on. Come on. The fist bump. Boom. Come on.
Come on, we go back.
Ask them what time do they close?
What time do you close?
Close doing that one. What finish? 7. Fluffy. Smells like donut. Come on. Wow. The batter. Chart patterns. Ripple is up over. Yeah, so I forgot. So tomorrow in 24 hours, I'll be doing my interview. So hopefully it goes good. I have no clue what to expect. I'm going to answer all the questions. Hopefully you guys will watch that video on his channel, Dan's channel, which is called Vagabond Awake. I'm going to do that. I have no clue how long the interview is going to be. I've watched the other channel, so I'm assuming it's kind of going to be a similar type of interview. And we'll see what happens from there.
Oh, you want custard apple?
Oh, here's the market. Is this it?
Custard apple?
We'll take a look. We're going to look Mitzi. We're going to try to find that 40,000. Because I think, how much did Mitzi say he paid? I think he was like 50. But I swear we seen like 20 and 40. But they were a little smaller. So we're going to try to find bigger 40,000. Here we go. These ones are a little small though too. These ones are kind of okay. How much?
Bao nhiêu?
Bánh tàu nhiêu hả?
30?
Here? Bao nhiêu? 60.
60. How much? These are avocados, right?
Yeah.
These are avocados?
Yeah.
How much? 60. So So avocados, remember you guys were always saying, oh, we can't find avocados.
Yeah,
These
but
are,
it's not seasonal.
but these are 60,000
Yeah.
per kilo. What about these ones?
60, about
40.
40.
40. So 40,000 for these avocados, 60,000 for the big ones. Okay, come on. And then how much were those? Those were 60. That's expensive for those ones. Let's see if we can find any custard apples. Custard apples for under 50. I know we have before. Fluffy, what are those?
Like baby fish.
Those are fish?
Yeah.
Sinchao.
Like maybe.
I buy a big bunch of bananas there for 13,000. Yeah, this is one of the markets. This one's just right on the other side of Moon Milk. I don't really see too many tourists coming here. Mostly they go to the Bak Mayan market, but we found this one last year sometimes. Let's take a look. Sinchao. The pretzels, are they 20? But I think they're smaller. Those are 10, I think.
Yeah.
Those should be no more than 10 because the big bag is 20.
Banyo.
15. They don't have the coconut.
No.
Fluffy knew I was going to the market yesterday, and then she didn't tell me to buy them. And then as soon as I get back, she goes, oh, can you buy them? And I'm like, I left hours ago. I was like, how come you didn't tell me when I went to the market? I agree with Mantis. I just got a kilo of dragon fruits one day past peak of ripeness. I don't know. How would you look for the ones that are... The only way that we ever find those is the ones at Moon Milk that are marked 50% off.
Yeah.
But I don't know how you would find them here.
The what?
The ones that are very, very ripe. Almost...
Oh, it's at the fridge. Remember that one?
No, but they're talking about here.
She doesn't have. This is where we bought last time.
But they're saying look for the ones at the market that are almost overdone, and they're extremely cheap.
Yeah.
Wow, pots and pans. Look at that dog. What are you doing over there, buddy?
He's waiting for the owner to open the gate.
He's waiting for owner. We've only seen, man, where did we get the other ones from, Fluffy? Oh, we got them from, I think it was down this street or it was down this street. I think it was this street over
What?
here. The last time we got the apples.
It was there, but the seller
No. It wasn't. It was on this, it was either on this street or this street. It was, Fluffy, I'm telling you. Fluffy, it was on the side street by the flowers. Let's take a look. Here's your guys' fish and seafood. Let's take a look. Do they have any over here? What is that big green one? Man, that thing will smack you in the head and give you a concussion. Fluffy, what is that? Popcorn? What is that one? Popcorn. There's your corn. Fluffy, there's your corn. Let's see. I'm shocked we haven't seen too many of the custard apples. Let's take a look. Do we need anything, Fluffy? Any kitchen stuff?
No.
Socks, Fluffy. Oh, I can get my socks from here now. Fluffy, what about these hats? Maybe that hat fits you. What do you think about that hat for Fluffy? Let's take a look. Oh, look at this bag. We do not see any of the apples anymore. Let me show you guys some of this crazy stuff. This stuff I would not eat, but you guys, the videos where people eat this kind of stuff, they go real viral, but I just couldn't do it. Custard apples. I don't see any, man. Maybe they're not in season, but at the other oh, no, those are not them. Look at that dog. What's up, doggy? What's up, buddy? What?
These ones are big ones.
They're big ones. Let's go take a look. Oh yeah. These look like artichokes to me. But see, these are too big. These are the right size. I wish just a tad bigger.
This is not yet right.
Those are just too big for me.
This one is not yet right though.
How can you?
Baonyo.
kilo.
40.
80 I think.
80.
Yeah, 80 per kilo.
How
This
much are
one.
these ones then?
This one. Same?
Same?
Same, yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
How come these ones are the same?
I don't know.
They want 80,000 for the big ones, and then they want 80,000 for the small ones.
Come
When we
on.
just went over there, the big ones were 60 and the other ones were 40. These are double the price. That's insane. Like, I don't know if we're getting the tourist prices at this one, but literally just right there is half the price. Ciao. Where's the apples? They don't have any. Oh, vegetables. Here's the flower market.
Those are plastic.
She said 80,000. Fluffy, how much? And then the other lady down the street, I think the other one down the street, she said 60 and 40, I believe. But that lady wants double. That's insane. That's insane. The very first time we got it, we got 2 for $1 because they were 50,000 per kilo. And we got 2 of them and it was 50,000 for 2 decent sized custard apples. Based on freshness.
So
Huh.
if it's fresh.
We want the ones where they pay us to eat them. So that means like a week overdue. Right, Fluffy? Fluffy, you know what we should look for here? I bet they don't have it, the juicer.
Juicer they do?
But it's just the manual one. I don't think the electric. Because we could have got the big one at the 10,000 VND store last night. Where do you see juicer? I want the electric one. We've never been this far inside. Ooh, what is all this? This is for noodles.
Here, look. It was in front of you.
But we could get that one at the 10,000. I want the electric one. Ah.
I don't think they have electric one. What's that?
I don't know.
I don't think they have electric here. It's all plastic.
I don't really get too much fruit. We were trying to look for a good price on the custard apples.
This is a nice size for...
You can get those at 10,000 VND. Which one said 30? No, because the lady that we just talked to, she input 80,000 on the calculator. And then the one down, Fluffy, how much did the first lady say? 60, and the small one was
30 for the 40 for the
40 for the small one.
no 40 for the avocado.
Let's take.
One.
Yes.
That's 40.
This is the street that we got them on, Fluffy. This is the street. That's what I was telling you. Because we looked at the flowers.
This
And
one.
we looked at the flowers. I think it's down there. We looked at the flowers. And then you were like, oh, you're going to buy me one? And they were 10,000 a piece.
Baonyo.
50.
Yeah.
Those are 50,000.
Yeah.
So that's the cheapest that we've seen today. Ah,
It's already ripe. You want it?
they're just too big. I don't want them that big.
I bet you can finish that in one eating.
No, the problem is moon milk is the same price as this. So moon milk is, I would rather buy from moon milk than here. One, I just trust the store more, and two, the prices are not cheaper. So if I'm gonna pay the same price, I'd rather buy it from a store. Now, if this place was 20 or 30% cheaper, because even when we looked, we're gonna try to show you the eggs. We came here to look for eggs. We're like, oh, eggs got to be cheaper. Eggs are not cheaper here. We can get 10 eggs from Moon Milk. Here they go. I think those are them right there, isn't it, Fluffy? The eggs across the street.
Yeah.
So we get eggs at Moon Milk. Watch. We'll go over here and ask. It's the exact same package. Watch it, Fluffy. Watch it, Fluffy. We buy these exact same eggs for 30,000 at Moon Milk. Now watch. Cincha, how much? Fluffy, how much? So these are 24,000. We pay 30, so we pay like an extra 20 cents. But we live much closer to Moon Milk, so it's not worth it to carry these this distance to save 12 cents. Moon Milk is the same price. Moon Milk is the same price. Come on. But eggs are not expensive at Moon Milk. If we walk there right now, they're 30,000 for a 10. Same thing as here. It's literally the exact same package. Everything is exactly the same. So, and then we get fruit. Like, we've been able to get the custard apples for the same price at Moon Milk. Onions at Moon Milk are 23,000 or 23 or 21,000 a kilo. And then when we find onions out here, they're like 20. And we're like, wow, it's only 1,000 VND difference for a whole kilo. And it's like, why would we get them from here, which we have no clue where they came from? Or we can get them from Moon Milk, much closer, much cheaper, same price. No, it's exact. Darson, if you've seen, I showed you the package. It's exactly the same package. Exactly the same package. The ones that you're talking about, the eggs sitting up at the top, yes, maybe those are. But the one that was next to them, the one that's in a 10 pack, that's in the plastic case, those are literally exactly the same one. Those eggs that she's showing you are like 36,000 for 10 or 40,000. So they're more than Moon Milk. But the one that has the exact same packaging that comes in a 10 pack, those ones are barely cheaper. Let's go take a look at here. But there's no difference in price. I mean, literally, if you bought 10 items, you might save 20,000.
71 kilo.
70? Wow. Those are 70,000.
The big
50.
one is 50, but it's right now.
Yeah, those are 50. 50,000. The small ones are 70. So no custard apples today. The cheapest we've seen them for is 50,000.
Yeah, that one is 70, but
the most expensive we've seen today was 90. How much was it, Fluffy? 60? 80. We've seen one for 80 today, and the cheapest one we've seen was 50.
that's per kilo.
50,000 is the cheapest per kilo, and 80,000 is the most expensive that we've seen here.
Maybe after 3 days it could be cheaper. Because it's still fresh.
For me, it doesn't, as long as they're not expired, because I would only get one, maybe two, and they'd be gone by today or no later than tomorrow. So 80% freshness compared to 90% freshness is not worth any extra money to me, because they would all be gone by tomorrow at the latest. Joining you in a few months. Got to get back to work. Yeah, they got you going back to that slave work, man. Slave way. That's what we used to call Safeway in the USA, the grocery store.
No, who's going?
You're going back to work.
Yeah, when we get back home.
See, everybody's out to celebrate. See, they're doing their little burning. See, look, this Dar. See, these are them. This is the package I'm showing you about. So this is the exact same package of 10, and these are 24,000. So this is the exact same one you buy from Moon Milk for 30,000. These are 24, so they're literally 6,000 less, which is like they're 500 VND each, not 5,000, but 500 VND each. And then if you look, they're 4,000 a piece. So for 10, you would get them for 40,000. So they're 10,000 more than Moon Milk. So for me, making a fried egg, I don't care about that it came out of a chicken 2 days ago because I'm frying my egg, and I'd rather save the 10,000 VND for 10 eggs. I missed a bunch of your guys' messages. How little people are into crypto. Company out of 60. So good to see other. I guess I kind of regret not getting into crypto, but at the time I was just learning about stock options. So I didn't have the time, the effort, or the knowledge to get into learning about stock options and learning about crypto. So I basically chose one, which was stock options. So if I wouldn't have learned stock options, I probably would have learned crypto, but I just didn't have the time, energy, or effort. It's the same way as my YouTube channel. People are like, oh, go learn how to do Twitch, go learn how to do this. And I'm like, hey guys, I'm the type where I learn something 100%. So if I learn YouTube, I'm gonna learn how to do the thumbnails, I'm gonna learn how to do this, I'm gonna learn how to do this. And then I will move to Instagram, then I'll move to Twitch, then I'll move. But I always thoroughly do stuff like that. So I'm not the type, I can't focus on multiple things at once. At least when it comes to trying to be successful at things. But just a crazy question, not a crazy question, but a story. I knew a guy back in 2008-ish, 2007, that was trading or buying Bitcoin at like $400 to $600 a coin back in like 2008.
75.
75, okay.
75 also.
65. So it seems like the smaller ones are always more expensive than the bigger ones.
I don't know.
Smaller ones are always more expensive than the bigger ones.
Orange, you want orange?
I want those. But cheap.
Come on.
These smaller ones, I don't know why. Maybe it's just luck or something. But these ones, the smaller ones, are always more expensive than the bigger ones. Not sure why. Come on. What now, Fluffy?
It's not, I think it's more expensive now because it's up to 10.
Well, I mean, if I would have just bought into Bitcoin, even in like 2015, 2016, I probably, well, to be fair, like I said, I'm not patient. So I would have never held Bitcoin. Like, let's say, even if I would have bought Bitcoin back in 2015, I would have never held it for 10 years. I just wouldn't have. As soon as it doubled or tripled, I would have sold it. So that's the thing. This is where so look,
35.
here you guys go. So the cheapest ones we found were these ones, 35,000 a kilo. Show me the biggest one, Fluffy. Are they ripe?
Yeah.
Here's 35,000, Mitzi.
want some?
Big ones will rot early.
Yeah, well, if you will eat it later.
Yeah, I know. I would only get 2 of these at max, and I would eat one today, and the latest I would eat the other one would be tomorrow. But it's 35 per kilo. I'm not the type. I don't know. Like when I go to the grocery store and I see a family buying like 30 oranges at once,
No?
I'm like, I guess let's get 2. Get 2. Get 2. Yeah, I know. Usually 2 equals a kilo. So last time we got them for 50. Let's weigh these. Hopefully it'll only be 35. I don't want to pay. We got 2 for $1 last time. Half kilo? So 2 is going to equal a half kilo. So it should be like 20,000. 18,000. Look at that. So you guys, you can get 4. No. You can get 4 of these for $1 US. Maybe 3. Maybe 3. Here, Fluffy. So we got 2 of these for 18,000. So you could realistically, you could probably get 3 of these for $1. So 3 of these equal 1 kilo. Come on. Hold on, Fluffy. Let me put this away. 2 for 80,000. I'm not into the big ones. The big ones, I don't think I can eat a whole big one. And if I had big ones, they would be rotten by the time I got to them. Like I said, I'll eat one of those today and maybe one tomorrow. Ooh, there we go. We need some chairs. 80,000 for 5 massive ones. I don't like the giant ones, but I don't like the small ones. I like the medium-sized ones, and like we buy 2 at a time. Last time we bought 2, I ate one that day, and then I ate the second one the next day. There's another Apple store. Fluffy, you haven't even tried that. We need to try this one.
What?
This.
Oh,
My God, Fluffy, now it's cold.
it's not. It's still.
We'll take a bite.
Me?
We're going to do a live tonight at dinner. After 6, so maybe 7 o'clock. Wow, it's crunchy. Why is your face like that?
Bite this.
Mmm. Fluffy, you know what this needs? What?
Caramel.
What?
Eating.
Fluffy, open.
That's good.
Well, one, I'm just not a big fruits guy. I do like these, and we do have a refrigerator, but I'd rather buy them 2 at a time and know that I'm not going to waste them. Because like I said, Fluffy literally has a fritter that's sitting in the refrigerator from 2 days ago. So I'm the type where I like to buy food. Even when I was in the USA, I wasn't a typical American. Like, Americans will go buy food for 2 weeks, 3 weeks, put it in their freezers, put it in their cupboards. I love to go shopping like every 2 days. So I'm a person that likes to go out. And if I'm going to go out, I would like to just like get my meat that day. I like to go out, get my whatever that day. I guess I'm more shockingly in the European style than the American style. My parents, most Americans go shopping like 1 time a month or maybe 2 times a month. When I go shopping in the USA, I would go once or twice a week. We have some homemade caramel. We would put a little bit of caramel on that bad boy, and it would be insane. There's some more fruit. Fluffy, what is that one? The other green one.
Guava.
Guava.
Here they have a. Maybe you can ask about juicer.
Juice?
Juicer.
I don't really think any places like this have the electric ones. I think,
Yeah, look at that. That's an electric.
but I'm talking about the one that we just seen, but it's just plug-in. I don't want to, I literally want just a very small one that's maybe like $3, $4 just plug in. Xin chào.
You have juicer. Oh, this one. Oh no, what's this?
So, juicer, but a electric one. Let me see. I was lucky, Darson. So when I actually technically worked, I worked in San Francisco also. Well, actually, South San Francisco. Our job was awesome. So I worked for a healthcare company, and we basically would go to all kinds of Kaiser hospitals in the Bay Area. So if we didn't have a call to like go repair something or fix something, they would just tell us like go wait in a parking lot and wait for a call, like kind of like dispatch, but we were paid by the hour. So when I would be done with work, I'd go to Safeway. I'd go park in the Safeway parking lot. I'd go shopping. I'd go to not Whole Foods. I'd go to Food for Less. I'd go to Safeway. I'd go to all these places and just park in their parking lots and either hang out and watch YouTube, or I would go sit in the parking lot and wait till we got another call like, hey, you need to come repair this bed over at Kaiser Oakland, Kaiser Vallejo, right? So basically I would do my chores while we're waiting for another call. Or when I lived in my city, basically I would like, let's say I had an off day, I would go do my normal chores. Like let's say I had to go deposit some money in the bank, or let's say I had to go over and pick up some mail from my dad's house. I would literally make a stop at the Mexican market to go get my meat. And then on the way back, there would be like a Food for Less or something like that. And that's how I would do my shopping.
They only have that one, a blender.
No. I just want the ones that we see, but when you push down on it, it just turns on.
You know what's this?
Something to smash you with.
No, this is for gasoline you pump.
Gas? What do you mean gas?
No, it's a dustpan holder. Ah,
No.
big.
Fluffy, remember?
Small.
No, not even that. Fluffy, remember how we just seen the juicer that you do this?
Yeah.
I just want that where you push the fruit down and go zzz. Not a blender, just the juicer. I just seen one yesterday at the UK Guys Hotel. It has the little shape. You guys know exactly what I'm talking about. The juicer, you know how like you cut an orange in half and then you kind of squeeze the orange on it, right? Like a hand juicer. I want that, but I want the one that plugs in. So you just stick the fruit there and it just goes zzz. Wow, look at all this traffic. Oh, that's what I need right there. That one, Fluffy. I think this is where we had our Tra Talk tea the other day. Look at these big giant bags of rice. Look at these. Fluffy, how long would it take you to eat all that? No. Look at this huge bag. Big bags of rice. Fluffy, it walks. Shoot, basically in the USA, either everyone is overpaid or underpaid. It's very rare to find a job that it's just like, hey, that's the perfect amount that this whatever job makes you. Either jobs are way, way overpaid or jobs are underpaid. It seems like it's almost impossible to say like, hey, that guy that works X, Y, and Z job, that job is exactly how much he should make. It's either people make way too much for their job or way too little for their job. There's no in between, basically.
Go this way.
Do what, Fluffy?
Go this way.
Sure, Fluffy, let's go this way. I'm gonna walk down a local street. Just like the whole theory, not the theory, but whole thing in the USA, there's basically no middle class. There's wealthy and poor. There's definitely no middle class like there used to be, like when my dad talks about, man, I used to work at 18 years old and I worked at a pizza place and I was able to rent an apartment on that. Like, yeah, it wasn't a luxury apartment, but my dad could work at a pizza shop, basically like the equivalent to like a...
When your dad had you.
20 or 21. Like my dad would work at a pizza place. Like it wouldn't be a Domino's, obviously, but it'd be like a mom and pop's place. And he would be able to afford a small 1-bedroom and pay all of his bills. But nowadays, like you can go work 2 crappy regular entry-level jobs and still not have enough.
Maybe you can buy this place.
Maybe I could buy this place. Maybe I can buy all these places. But that's what kind of surprises me about Vietnam. We went to like Nguyen Nhân, which is a much, much smaller, much less touristic city. And it shockingly wasn't that much cheaper than Da Nang, especially for our lifestyle. I was assuming that not a tiny city, but it's 50 to 60 to 70% less touristic, less amenities than a Da Nang. But it was only like 10% cheaper. So you lose 50 to 60% of the amenities, but you only save like 10%. It's crazy. So either these smaller cities in Vietnam are overpriced or Da Nang is underpriced. I can't figure out which it is. I'm in the boat that I think Da Nang is still underpriced. Because like I said, when we went to Nguyen Nhân, we only saved... definitely for sure less than 20% a month, but it was probably closer to 10% a month, but we lost 50, 60, 70% of the amenities and the same style of life. But to only save 10% is crazy. Like in Nguyen Nhân, if we just tried to live the same life, exactly the same life that we had here, we would only save maybe 10% at best, but we would have no malls, we would have 60% less English, we would have not as many restaurant choices, there was no in-drive. Like, we would lose a lot to save literally 80 bucks, maybe $100 max a month to go live there. I was shocked. Now, if it was 40 or 50%, then I'd say, okay, Nguyen Nhân is a possibility, but I was like, no way am I going to lose all these amenities, all these restaurants. We have 3 malls here. Like, to lose all that to save 80 bucks, which is like $20 a week, I'm like, it's not worth it. So either Nguyen Nhân was overpriced or Da Nang is still very, very underpriced. We've been here for over a course of 2 years. Never once has a typhoon ever hit here in Da Nang, this year or last year. So what do you guys think? Is Nguyen Nhân or similar cities like Nguyen Nhân, those type of smaller, less touristic cities, are those cities overpriced or is Da Nang still underpriced? I think it's an alarm over here.
They're installing camera.
That's a new, well, I was gonna say that's a new building, but that used to be something before. Here's another Thai place. People told me about this one. You know how we go to the Thai restaurant? But this place is like triple the price. Let me show you guys. When we go, I get the beef, stir-fried basil beef, and it's 50,000. But if you guys can look, chicken and rice is 150. We get this for like 60, 50,000 at the place we go to. So this place is definitely much higher. Fluffy gets the curry, and I get the pineapple fried rice. So put it this way. I get the pineapple fried rice, I get the basil beef with vegetables, and she gets a curry, and we spend 160 on all of that total. Like, look at this. Just this one meal is like 130. Like, that's crazy. 145 just for a salad. So, big, huge difference in price. So that could be true, Dar. But my question is now, why are the landlords trying to jack up the rent during rainy, slow off season? So that's the part that I just can't figure out. Now I know.
Maybe that cafe.
Now I know that this is slow, rainy off season, right? This is the lowest, slowest, off peak, cheapest time. For some reason, it never. Everyone's like, "Hey, man, wait till September to rent a new place, man. You're gonna save so much. Everyone's gonna leave. The rain's coming." It never happened. Not only did it not happen, but landlords are trying, keyword trying, to raise the rent during slow off season, peak season. We could, Fluffy. So I don't understand where they're getting the nerve or the weird philosophy of we're going to raise it now during slow. Look at this one. Look at this one. Wow, he's driving and holding it. Well, the price increase, I noticed about October that places were starting to try to raise their prices. And I was like, wait a second, man, this is off season. Me and a couple of guys were looking for apartments that he's been here for years. Bad reception in that little area. I believe that the banks are influencing them to keep the price. I kind of feel the same way. Like, I definitely notice that I'm seeing the same places that were offered last month and the month before. They're not getting rented, but the landlords are not cutting down on the price. So they're definitely, in my mind, there's two things either happening, because there's definitely not more people now than there was during high season. Definitely not. At best, there's the same amount, but yet there's less apartments for rent here, and they're higher. And I'm like, wait a second. There's no extra people here than high season, and they want more. So something I honestly feel is manipulated here. I just can't figure out what it is. I think that's exactly what it is. I think that they're keeping the places empty. And you guys know I get on a whole freaking rave about that. I don't understand the Asian philosophy is, hey, I'd rather hurt myself and lose 100% for 5 months of never renting it than to take a 10% discount and have it rented. I honestly feel that that's what it is. You can't compare it to the UK or the US. So that's the big point that I try to make to you guys. Because look, here's a perfect example. You're not in the USA. You have streets like this. You have streets like this. This is not the USA. You have garbage here. This is not the USA, man. You can't compare it. It's not the same. This is a third world country. You cannot say, well, that's exactly why Da Nang is going up, is because people are trying to treat Da Nang as a first world USA type of country. You can't do it that way. That's how these countries get unfairly jacked up. There you guys go. Multigrain for 50% off. Got a couple other sales here. I understand, trust me, my city had terrible, terrible, terrible roads. But my point is that it's just not the same. You don't get the same customer service. You can't complain, if you want to call it that. You call up your bank, hey man, you guys overdrafted me. I need my money back. Oh, we're sorry, sir. We'll take care of it. Here, when you have a problem, it's say, oh well, this is Asia. Deal with it. It's like everything's like you got to deal with it on your own. So you can't compare it to the USA. Like you guys know, I would much rather. I'll deal with the cons here to live in a very, very cheap cost of living place. I understand it though. But you cannot say like, oh, well, it's a better deal. No, no, no. Like, you can't do simple things here. For example, my controller. My controller, if I would have bought that from Amazon and had a problem, I would be able to return that back. I would have had a brand new controller. Here, I can't even get a hold of the guy. What is that, Fluffy?
Pineapple.
15,000. If you want it, you can get it. You know what? I found the best scooter deal. I found this for you guys. So you guys tell me what the cheapest you guys seen a monthly scooter rental for, and I'll tell you what I found.
24.
Let's see if you have any of these discounted fruits today. Nothing. No discounted fruits today. What is the cheapest you guys seen a monthly scooter rental for? I believe I have the cheapest deal that I found. See, look, onions, 20,000 per kilo. Now look, here's those same eggs, right? 30,000 for the eggs. So 30,000. And they wanted 26,000 at the place for the exact same. Best deal in this channel. So here's what the cheapest place that I've found so far. So it's a 50cc scooter, or it's the ones that are 50 cc's or smaller, and they'll rent it for $700,000 a month. $700,000 a month, which is basically $30 US. So the cheapest that I seen before that one was 1.2 million a month, but I just seen a place that does it for $700,000 a month. So it's basically $1 a day. So the one that I just found is $700,000 per day.
2 million for 12 months.
2 million is a good deal then, because you're paying 100,000. Yeah, that's the best deal.
Sorry.
Oh, sorry. The best deal that I found is 700,000 per month, which is basically $1 a day. So the greatest thing about the USA, is you can return everything. And good luck. Good luck.
Tuffy, drink water.
Most people won't buy a scooter. For one, I will not even ride a scooter. But most people that come to Da Nang are only going to be here for a month, 2 months. So it makes no sense for them to spend $500, have to go register it, have to take care of it. And then what do they do after 3 months when their visa's up and they need to leave? Then they're in a rush to sell it. Doesn't make sense. So they can just rent it for a month for $30 US, or maybe 2 months and spend $60. Or you want them to go spend $700 on a scooter, and then they have to figure out how to register it. They have to figure out how to sell it at the end. It's not worth it. 99% of the people, it's not worth it.
Hey, coconut man.
Well, so if Americans, I'm going to tell you guys this. You guys are going to be lawbreakers. You guys always try to tell me, not you guys specifically, people say, you're working illegally there. You're doing this there. Don't do this. Follow the wrong rule. Every single one of you guys that are renting a scooter over 50 cc's is breaking the law, because Americans and Europeans cannot ride 50 cc's or bigger. Our license is not valid here. So every one of you guys that rent anything over a 50cc are breaking the law. USA, I never got into any debt. Never. I had one credit card in my life, and I got rid of it. I paid it off and got rid of it. Never had college debt. Never had anything like that. So I've never been a person to get into debt. Never had a car payment in my life. Never had a loan. Never had college debt. Never had credit card debt. So, so maybe if you guys get something else, but if you're just an American or a European that comes over here from your country, we cannot drive, legally we cannot drive scooters 50cc. That's why the cops will pull you over and they'll bribe you, because we can't get licensed. Even if you have an international driver's license that you guys go get before coming here, it's not valid. Let me see if I can log into the Wi-Fi. Fluffy, do I still have Wi-Fi here?
I don't have Wi-Fi here.
Why? Oh, mine's connecting. Did you try to log in?
No.
Okay, I'm back in on the Wi-Fi. I'm the type where if I can't afford it, I don't buy it. That's just my basic philosophy. Not even about being an adult, but even when I was a kid, if I couldn't afford it, I didn't buy it. That's my whole logic.
I wish I have that discipline that if I couldn't afford it.
I love that. If I can't afford it, I don't buy it.
How did you get into that? Like when your parents, when you wanted something and your parents couldn't afford it, they would not buy it for you?
My parents never bought stuff for me.
But
I just
what if
understand,
you
like,
wanted something?
then I have to work and save up for it. Like, it just wasn't an option. I never had a credit card till I was like maybe 23 or 25. And then I just never used, my credit card was literally because other people told me to get a credit card. And then I just kept it in my wallet. I never used it. And then it just sat, and it was just kind of like an emergency. Like if I ever needed to use a credit card to go rent a car or something, then I would use it.
I wonder why they are stocking up.
Why are they stocking up? I don't ever think I would. I can't think of an instance at 42. I'll be 43 in about 3 weeks or so, 2 weeks, 3 weeks. I don't think I'm ever going to borrow money. I don't see a situation that because I don't ever plan on buying a house. I just have no interest. Now, I take it back. If I was going to buy a house, it would be to rent it on Airbnb or to rent it to a landlord somehow and go travel. So it would be my income source. But I have no interest in buying a house. I don't even have an interest. Even if I had the money out here, I wouldn't buy a condo. I wouldn't buy any property in Asia. USA the same. Like a fruit machine. What is a fruit machine? Man, maybe they should hire me out here to do a radio show. So I'm going to be a traveler unless something changes in my life drastically. I'm going to be a traveler for the rest of my life. So there's literally no reason for me to own a house. I'm never going to be there long enough to get the value out of my house. So the only reason why I would get a house is to rent it to someone else to have income. So for me, I have no interest in buying houses. Same way I have no interest in buying a brand new car. I'd rather buy a nice used car for $6,000, $8,000, $9,000, $10,000, own it outright, have no payments, have no interest, and just maintain the car. I got my first car ever the day that I turned 16. I've probably had 10, 11, 12 cars in my life. None have been brand new, and not one of them has ever had a car payment. I won't buy a house, I'm telling you guys, because one, I have no interest of buying property in the USA. The only way I ever would buy property in the USA is to rent it out, like Airbnb, or just rent it for just a regular apartment rental. but I just don't have that need for that. I'm gonna travel too much. I can go rent at Muang Tan, and then if my income goes up, I can move to another city and rent a Muang Tan version in their city and have no liabilities of if the plumbing breaks. Like, I just have no interest in buying a house for myself. I wouldn't necessarily say I would not buy a house to rent it out to someone, but I have like maybe 1%. If I'm never gonna say something is 0%, but I might have 1% interest in ever owning a house for myself. Just 1% interest. And then, like, I think the only Asian, so I would only buy property in Asia if I was able to actually own everything, own the house, own the land. Most countries you can't do that in Asia. I think like Singapore and maybe Malaysia you can, but they have such strict laws. Like in Malaysia, I think it's like you can't buy cheap houses or cheap land. You have to buy only this stuff that's like over $250,000. So those wouldn't even be on my radar either. I love Da Nang. I would like to travel, definitely, but in my mind now, this is going to be my base for at least a while. Even if I have money to travel, I'm still going to constantly come back to Da Nang till I just get tired of it. I can invest in so many other things. I have no interest in investing in a house. I would only get a house to rent it to someone else. But for one, let's just not even talk about the profit. Why would I rent a house in the USA? I have no plans of ever going back to the USA. So for me to buy a house for myself in the USA makes no sense. Even if someone gave me a free house right now in the USA, they said, it's yours, you don't have to pay any bills, I wouldn't go back and live in the USA. I have no interest in it. So even if someone gave me a free house to live in the USA, I would not live there. I would have to deal with the politics. I would have to deal with the crime. I would have to deal with $8 a dozen of eggs. I wouldn't have no interest in going back to the USA. The only way that I have said that I would go back to the USA is if somehow I landed a lottery-style job and they were like, hey man, we want you to be a travel consultant. We're going to send you to Europe, we're going to send you to Asia, we're going to send you all across the world and you represent our company. That's the only way that I would go back to the USA, is if I landed some kind of crazy travel job like that. But other than that, I wouldn't go back to the USA. Even if I had money, I just don't, like I said, I'll never say never, but my mindset, I don't want to own property. I just don't. I never want to own property for myself. I wouldn't mind owning property to rent it out, but I have 0% interest in buying a house just for myself. Even an apartment, even a condo. I have no interest in buying a condo out here, in Asia even. I just have no interest in it. We're seeing a lot more Europeans. When I say Europeans, they could be Americans. I guess I use the term broadly. But that's why all the moon milk deals are always gone, is because freaking everyone's coming out here. Big cell phone store, they have phones for $12. I guess you can do that if you should. This is what you should have done, Native. Yesterday, when I was doing my in-person service with the guy from UK, you should have came to Vinaphone when we were there. You should have came when we were there, and you could have seen how to set it up.
No, I told you it's his phone.
It's not, Fluffy.
It
So
is
how come
his
everyone else's phone has no issues?
He has a provider. Maybe what provider?
That's only locked into the USA. It's not locked worldwide. No, because so the amount of money that you have to put out for a house, I could own 10 businesses online for the same price. So you're putting a huge amount of capital up for a house when you could put up tiny, small amounts and make as much or more money. So I don't like risking lots of capital. When you buy a house, you're risking hundreds of thousands of dollars to maybe make $100,000. It's a terrible return of investment. Terrible, terrible, terrible. I can go buy a business for $10,000, $20,000 and make $500,000. Like, it's a terrible return on investment. I would never give up, and that's another thing. I would never give up my citizenship. Never, never. So I would never give up my U.S. citizenship, no matter. I mean, if someone wanted to give me $20 million, then I might think about it, but I would never give up my citizenship. I think that's probably the best thing that I have from the USA as of right now is my citizenship. So for Fluffy, it's hard for her to travel. I would never want to give that up. So people would have to throw me insane amounts of money to give up my USA citizenship. I'm talking like, because if I ever wanted to go back to the USA, I'm sure if I gave up my citizenship, it would be extremely hard. So people would have to pay me millions of dollars to give up my citizenship. Yeah, Philip's another one. I don't know why he doesn't have a SIM card. It's literally $5. It's less than one can of Spam. You owe debt. You don't own the house. You don't own the house though, Darson. You are borrowing money for 30 years. It's not your house. You don't have the deed to it. You still have to pay property tax. It's not your house. You could say it's your house, but it's really not your house. I guarantee you, you could take the same amount of money that you borrowed and put that into businesses and make that money back way faster than 20 years. I do understand unlocking, but it doesn't transfer over to the world. It doesn't transfer globally. My phone, both of our phones, Fluffy's phone and my phone was locked. When I got it off of Amazon, it was locked. But it's only locked into U.S. carriers. It's not locked. It's not locked into global.
Okay.
I've been telling you that, Fluffy. So, like in USA, if it's locked, that means you have Verizon.
So,
you can't go get Sprint because you're under contract with Verizon or Sprint or whatever. But when you go to another country and you get a whole brand new global SIM card, it doesn't transfer over.
Because in the Philippines, when you say unlock, you can only really use one SIM card, and that's how it goes with iPhone. So my aunt's own cell phone, she sent it here in the Philippines. We couldn't really use it. We had to have it unlocked.
First of all, if you have not paid off 100% of your house, you technically don't own it. Second of all, guess what? You own the house. Even if you have the deed, even if you paid off all your money, guess what? You don't go pay your property tax, guess what? They take your house. So you never 100% own your house in the USA. You never do. You never do. You go not pay property tax for 2 or 3 years. That house that you paid hundreds of thousands of dollars on is not your house anymore. So you don't own the house in the USA. You never fully own the house. How do you owe tax on something that you paid for? So you pay, let's just give numbers. Say you bought a house for $500,000. You paid $500,000. You're clear. You own the house. But you don't pay your property tax for 2 or 3 years. Guess what? Your house is gone. How does the house that you own, how does it now not belong to you because you owe property tax on something that you outright buy? It makes no sense. So unlocking is only tied to whatever country you're in. That's why it doesn't make sense.
It doesn't make sense on what you're saying, because basically if you say unlock, it wouldn't really work in anything.
Yes.
And if it's locked, it wouldn't work in anything.
Unlock means it's tied to a carrier in that country.
No, but in the Philippines, I told you like it's locked in a.
Let me pull up on AI. But you guys, I know you guys understand what I'm saying.
I don't. Are you ready?
Let me just pull this up on AI for him.
Because in the Philippines, that means that you can't use it to other providers even if you're in the other countries. That's how my.
Damn, I don't know the Moon Milk password. What is Moon Milk password?
I don't know.
You know what else you can do, Native? What? Contact your company. You might have to download something on their app that allows you to unlock it. So it could just be.
No, he said already that he just needs to wait 3 days to unlock the phone.
I don't know. No one in the USA owns their house. Like I said, go not pay property tax no matter if you paid your whole house off and they take your house. If you own something, that means it's always yours no matter what. If I bought this, right? I bought this. I own this. I own this bottle. Let's say I don't use it for a month. Someone just can't come and take my bottle away. They can steal it. But in USA, if you don't pay your house off, they can legally come take your house if you don't pay your property tax. So you don't own it. No one can legally come and take this bottle from me. No one can legally take this bottle from me. Why? Because I own it. You don't own a house in the USA. You don't own a house. If you owned a house, you wouldn't have to pay property tax. It's just a fact. He's already paid off the phone, he said. The phone's already paid off. I've had a phone, I think I've had 2 phones that were locked in the USA, but even when I came to the Philippines and when I came to Philippines and Thailand, I had a locked phone and they popped in a new SIM card and it worked. But I kind of remember with one of the phones, like I think I had to go on to Metro, which was my company, which is like Sprint now, I think, or I think it's T-Mobile, and I had to go, there was a download part of their app, and I had to go hit unlock on their app. I think one time I had to do that, so check that. Legally they can't. Legally they can take away your house. Nobody can come and legally take away this bottle. No one can legally take, they can steal it from me. They can fool me and say, hey, look over this way and take it. But no one could legally take this bottle from me. No one could legally take anything that I own outright. They can legally take your house. And it goes in all, I don't know the rules of the land in other countries. I don't know, is there property tax in Philippines? I have no clue. Is there property tax? Can they take your house for it? I have no clue. I do know in the USA though. We already did lunch. We did the rice paper roll up. Not the place that we did last time, but we did the one across the street. Look at Fluffy's trying to type so fast on her phone. Yeah, call them. Have you called your company? I don't know what company you have. Call them, just tell them and say, hey, I'm over in Vietnam and I'm trying to get a local SIM card and they say it's locked. Please unlock it. And I bet you anything they're gonna either unlock it for you there, or they'll say, hey, go download Verizon Unlock app and then manually hit unlock. So go try to do that. Philly Bon Me. Oh, Native. I thought you were talking about me. That place is called I Love Baguette. I was really pumped the first time that we were gonna go there. Because I was like, oh wow, Philly cheesesteak baguette. I should have known. Remember, like I tell you that they don't have carne asada in Da Nang practically. I thought it was gonna be Philly cheesesteak steak, but it's ground beef. So just know it's ground beef, and it's not bad, but to think that it's gonna be Philly cheesesteak, like the thin cuts of ribeye, it's not gonna be that. It's basically like a ground beef Philly cheesesteak. It's right across from Bikini Bottom. Bikini Bottoms is here, and it's across and one building over. So there's Bikini Bottoms here, Sun Kitchen is here, Brecco is here, and it's directly across. And it has a sign that's called I Love Baguette.
How much was that?
It was like 35, 40,000 for a Philly cheesesteak, and I think you get the fries. So it's not terrible, but don't think it's gonna be a Philly cheesesteak. It's basically like a manwich. You guys remember Sloppy Joe's? Kind of a version of a Sloppy Joe. It's like a version of a Sloppy Joe. It's not terrible though, but I made the mistake of thinking it was gonna be ribeye steak in there with bell peppers and onions, and it's not. It's more like a ground beef, like a Taco Bell ground beef type of mix.
Let's go explore.
Let's go, Fluffy. Where do you have to be?
Work.
Why?
People saying that I'm not working.
But you never work. I don't know if you guys know, but Moon Milk will be open on Tet. So Moon Milk will be open on Tet. I've even actually, George Costanza yesterday told me they're going to be open on Tet. So we do have a good amount of options for Tet that's going to be open. So you are going to have enough options for Tet to be open.
He left his phone in the...
Who? Huh? He owns this place and he owns Dirty Fingers, I think. I've never been to both. Well, technically I've ate ice cream at that one. Last year they used to have buy one ice cream, get one free. But then they got rid of that. That's how we found Mix U. We started looking for a new ice cream place. And I think that's how we found Mix U. Damn, you're going there? Oh yeah, that's right. You did say that you were going there on your visa run. I'm very, very interested if Cambodia would have been cheaper than Vietnam. So this is what I thought about Cambodia before I got here. I thought Cambodia was much cheaper. I thought it was as safe as Vietnam. And I thought it would be a very, very, very cheap, easy trip to go there. And all of that was kind of squashed. So basically, Cambodia is not as safe, which I don't worry about my safety, honestly. But it's just a kicker that it's not as safe. 2, Cambodia, there's no direct flights from Da Nang to Phnom Penh. So for me, I would have to take an expensive one stop that I would have to fly from here to Bangkok and then Bangkok to Phnom Penh. And it's not as cheap and it's a hassle to get there. So I was going to do a border run and go stay in Cambodia for that time, but I decided against it because everyone made me believe it was cheaper, but everybody that I've just spoke to recently in the past few months, they say, oh, no, it's not as cheap as Da Nang. And I go, wait a second. It's not as nice. The luxury's not as nice. They don't offer the same stuff. And I'm like, how is it more expensive? And they said, trust me, it's more expensive. Should we walk home? We are walking home.
No, he's trying to mock me. Should we walk? Because last night I kept asking you.
Oh, hold on. So I hate to say it this way, but how are worse cities more expensive than better cities? That's what I don't understand. That doesn't exist like that in USA. But like, for example, Da Nang, safer, beach city, better food, better transportation, right? It's cheaper than Phnom Penh. Why? Why are you paying more for less quality? I don't cannot wrap my head around that theory. It's the same thing like the Philippines. Why do I go to a city like what's a good example? Why do I go to Cebu, which is a less quality city overall, and I pay more to be in Cebu? I pay more to be in Dumaguete. I pay more technically to be in Bacolod, but it's not as good of a city as Danang, but yet it's more expensive. I just never can wrap my mind around that theory. We heard not a funny story, because it probably wouldn't have been funny if it happened to us, but there's a guy, I think the cheapest guy, he's even cheaper than Phil. There's a guy out here staying at a $3 hostel a night. So he spends about $90 at his hostel, and he eats, Fluffy, what does he eat for lunch every day? The guy that stays at the hostel.
He said American breakfast.
No, the guy that stays at $3 hostel.
Fresh liter of...
He drinks milk. So he drinks milk for breakfast, and then he treats himself with a slice of pizza for dinner. So he probably lives here for like $300. But he actually likes Cambodia better. And I was like, hey, tell me what you like about Cambodia better, right? And he was like, I don't know how it came up, but when I was asking him the positives of Cambodia, he told us this story like, yeah, my friend, he's there. He's like a big guy, big bodybuilder. And he thought it was his girlfriend coming up behind him. And all of a sudden he's being choked and they're stealing his phone from him. And I was like, I asked you the best part. Yeah, he was like with a knife, and then he was even telling like, oh yeah, I've got 2 phones pickpocketed for me. And I was like, I asked you what the best parts of Cambodia are over Da Nang, and that was his story. And he was like, it's just so exciting. And I was like, wow.
He's not willing to risk his life for the country.
Maybe that's what it is then, Darth. So I got over those years 20 years ago. So I'm not stuck in the college mindset. So maybe that's it. So yeah, if you guys, I'm speaking to the audience that I guess that I have. My main audience is 45 years old to 65 years old. So I think the majority of those guys are done with that lifestyle. I stopped drinking 8 years ago, but I was a party animal, at least in the sense of drinking, from like 23 years old to 35 years old. But I'm 42 years old, so those years are long gone. Now, if someone was 18 or 19 or 22 or 25, then I can kind of see, oh, I want to go party. But 40-something years old and needing to party, it's kind of crazy, in my opinion. Xin chào. But remember, I love Bangkok. Bangkok is probably my number 2 city, but I don't love Bangkok for what most people love. I love Bangkok because they have the BTS. I love Bangkok because they have the park. I love Bangkok because they have the nice malls. I love Bangkok because of the Terminal 21 food court. I love Bangkok because I like the vibe. But I'm done with the college life. I graduated 20 years ago. I don't need that life. That's what I did in the USA. I partied, I drank, but that was 20 years ago. I don't have a drink. I have no drinking problem. The only drinking problem I have is I get Trout Talk tea and caramel ice blend too much. My drinking problem is having 2 caramel ice blends a week, or 3 Trout Talks a week. Or what else do I drink here? Trout Talk, caramel ice blend. That's about my 2 wild drinks that I have here. Oh, that's our floor too. I just couldn't. I would have loved to probably go to Cambodia and Bangkok, especially more when I was 28 years old. But at 42 years old, what am I supposed to do? Be 42 years old looking for 20-year-old women? Like, that's just a little crazy to me.
No, you're stuck with.
I'm a grown man. Like, this is how I believe. Don't go to Asia and act a way that you wouldn't act in the USA. Now, if you guys would say, yeah, I'd go talk to a 20-year-old woman and I'm going to act a fool and take all kinds of drugs and do this. If you guys wouldn't do that in your home city, then I wouldn't do it in Asia. That's my philosophy. You guys can agree with me or disagree. But I act the same way whether I'm in San Francisco, California, Vallejo, California, or Philippines. I'm not a different person when I go across the world. Like, I wouldn't be a whole different persona going to Asia. Yes, I understand that, but then what I'm saying is I have never in my whole life ever paid a woman to hang out with me. I've never got a massage, so that's why I'm saying, like, just find one woman and then you guys save all your money on your massages. You guys don't get ripped off. Like, how many stories have I heard? Man, I had this crazy lady. She came into my room, and when I woke up, my laptop and my phone was gone, my passport, and I'm like, that's what you guys get?
Did you ever had that experience?
Hell no. Hell no. But the majority of people that I run into, they're put it this way, they're let's call them like they're Joe Smith in the USA, and when they come to Asia, they're superstar Joe Smith. It's like, that's weird. I can't be a different persona. How I am in the USA is exactly how I am here. But some people will come. It's just crazy. Like, I see 60-year-old guys come in here and they'll be like, oh, the girl, she's 20. Oh, that's too old. And I'm like, you guys would not be doing this in your own country. If your family was watching you guys would not be doing half the stuff that you're doing. Put it that way. So if you guys wouldn't feel embarrassed or not do it in your home city, then don't do it here.
How about Will Phillips spinners?
I missed a bunch of your messages walking up.
Walking up.
How would they lose their houses? I've never paid for it. I would never get married. 99% I would never get married. Like I said, I've learned over the years not to say never. There's been a few times I've said never and I've kind of switched, but 99% I will probably never get married, and 99.9% I will never have a kid. My time frame for a kid is basically 2 more years. If I don't have a kid by 45 years old, then I will not do it. I don't have a Puritan judgment. No, I don't. I have friends like this. I have friends. It's my personal belief. Like, I have my own personal belief. I just believe no matter who you are, like, I have friends that are millionaires. I have friends that are been in prison for 10 years. I have friends that are drug addicts. I have friends that used to be drug addicts, but they're all real. They don't change who they are. If they're a drug addict, they come high and they talk to me, but they don't portray, oh, I'm not a drug addict, and then go over. What I'm saying is, if you guys act the way that you act in Asia, at least act that same way in the USA. I respect people that are 100% transparent. Now, if you guys say, well, I act like a preacher in the USA, but as soon as I come over here, I'm the devil. Like, that's the part. I don't like fake people or people that put on a persona. Now, if you guys do that in USA, like you're a wild, crazy guy and you get the same kind of women, you do that, then I have no problem. At least you're being yourself. It's like a different mindset, but I have no problem with it. I understand when you date, you pay. I understand on that point. I understand that. Like I've always said, I've never paid a woman to just hang out with me. There's never been like, hey, I'll give you cash and I'll put it in your hand, and then after 2 hours or X amount of time, then you walk away. I don't do that. I never would do that.
Here, but
Why
I
would you
have
cringe?
here.
So, Fluffy, he says he cringes every time I say that I won't get married. What? So, do you guys want me to
Because
lie?
they love me.
Do you want me to
They
lie and
love
say,
me.
"Oh yeah, I'm planning on getting married"? I'm being honest. I'm not a fake person. It has nothing to do with her. It doesn't have nothing to do with any woman. I don't see the benefit of a man getting married,
What do you
especially
know?
at my
It's just
age.
99%. Maybe we
I don't
could change the 99.
In my opinion, there's no benefit of a man getting married. Now, maybe 50 years ago, when like it was looked down upon, if you had a kid with someone and you weren't married, it was like, oh my God, the world's coming to an end. This guy had a kid without being married. But in this day and age, where is the benefit for a man? Where is the benefit for a man in the situation of getting married nowadays? I pay the rent at this whole place. So it's not like I go like, I'll pay for this portion, she pays for that. I pay for this. But I would be renting this place 99% whether she was here or not. I rented this place when she wasn't here for 4 months. So she only adds about $100 a month onto my bills. I only do things logically. So explain to me. So I weigh things out, pros and cons. That's why I do the apartment the same way. I say, okay, what are the pros that I get at this apartment, right? Okay, I get the view, I get a 2-bedroom, I get no security deposit, I don't have a lease, right? Now I weigh out the cons. Okay, what's the cons? The cons are I could save $150 to $200 in that range if I move out, right? So I go, okay, so the pros outweigh the cons. What is the pros of me getting married? I just don't see myself getting married. What would be the pros for me to get married? Not even to her, not to anyone in my whole life. What is the pros of me or any man getting married? Most people will say my parents never got married. My mom and dad never got married. And in fact, my mom and dad weren't even together when I was born. So for me, even back then, like that's just kind of what I know. Almost probably 60% of my friends that I grew up with, their parents were either divorced or never married. So this is how I grew up. I don't look at marriage as a thing like, hey, I just want to get married. Like there has to be benefits. So I guess I'm in the old sense. Back if I was in the 1500s, you would marry someone and say, oh, I inherit the land, I inherit this. But what is so what do I get so let's just say we live together for the next 30 years. By getting married, what do I get extra out of getting a piece of paper and being married? I don't see I don't see the pros of it. Maybe we're selfish, but there's nothing there's nothing at all that would change with a piece of paper. There's nothing that would change.
You're hurting them because they love me more than you.
Then started, but there's literally nothing there would be nothing that changed by getting a piece of paper. Nothing. There would be absolutely nothing that changes. The only thing that maybe would be changed is that if I die, maybe she inherits something, but there's nothing that as I'm living, there would be nothing that is any different. Why would you date not to get married? That's the world that we live in. Now, if I grew up in a Muslim family or some kind of religious family and that's what happened, then I would probably have that mindset. But remember, like I said, my parents were never married. 80%, 60% of the people that I grew up around never married or divorced. So that's what I know. That's what I know. We would never go back to the USA though. Even if we got married, I would not go back to the USA. So there's no real benefits to her and there's no real benefits to me.
It has a benefits for me.
She has a small benefit.
I want to travel more than
Okay, do you have the
39 countries.
So if you get a green card to travel, where are you coming up with the money? You're going to go pay to travel?
With you.
So there's no difference. Like I said, I'll never say never, but I'm telling you guys 99%. I will probably never get married and I'll probably never have kids. The kids things is gonna come quicker because age. If I had a kid tomorrow, I would be 60 years old when my kid turns 18. And I always thought it was weird and I never could imagine being a dad at 60 years old. I remember when I was a kid, we had this one kid, and I think his dad was like freaking like had to be late 50s or 60s, and we were only like 10 years old, maybe 11 years old, and his dad was like 45 years older than him, and it was just so weird. It was so weird. Like I said, I'll never say never, but pretty sure.
Philip, what happened to your rich Filipina?
So basically, the clock's gonna strike me out. If I'm not, I will not even try or think about having kids after 45 years old. I don't, right now, it's like, that's the max age. I wouldn't even think about it. I'm not even thinking about having kids now, but once 45 comes, it won't even be a thought in my head. We do have a clock. Am I going to be a 70-year-old dad? What am I supposed to do? Throw the football while I'm sitting having arthritis? I'm 72 years old and trying to wrestle with my 9-year-old kid? Like, that's just crazy. Can you imagine Philip having a kid right now and going to try to wrestle or throw a 40-yard pass to his son? Like, he's got, what's it called? Osteoporosis. I don't know if I'll die soon. Actually, I should have died in the year 2017. So I already consider myself on borrowed time.
Not on scooter.
Maybe, but almost a lot of things in life I've never said. I've never really said I've never do something. I think the biggest things that I never said, I can't ever imagine eating seafood. I'll never jump out of a plane. I'll never eat seafood. There's only a few things that I would say I would never do.
Oh, Philip had the big V.
But see, if I have a kid, my whole life would change. I wouldn't travel anymore. My whole life, I will never have, I'm sorry, but like I said, if I have a kid, that's gonna be my whole life. Like, I'm gonna focus on all that. So I just don't understand people that have kids and then they're just like, oh, I'm gonna have someone else, a nanny, raise them, and maybe I'll see my kid once a week. Like, I couldn't do that. If I had a kid, my whole life would stop. Like, I would just focus on my kid. So, where's my other phone?
Can't believe you. It's all this on me.
Fluffy, what'd you do with it?
What'd you do with it?
Double A Arn Anderson. You guys remember Double A Arn Anderson? Do you guys remember Double A Arn Anderson? Oh, it's connecting me to network 4022. We have a new router in here, and now our Wi-Fi is pretty fast. What is your guys's? So literally, it has nothing to do with the number, but I'm going to be 60 years old. That means I probably would be 65, 70 years old when my kids have kids. That's insane. So
You'll be Grandpa Philip.
almost all my family had kids young. So my dad, I think, was 20 or 21 years old when he had me. My mom was 19 when she had me. My cousin, I have two cousins that had kids at 16 years old.
Yikes.
They're 40 years old and they're grandparents. Now imagine, I wouldn't be a grandparent until I'm 75 years old. That's insane. That's insane. I could not be a grandparent. I couldn't be a parent going to my kid's graduation at 60 something. That's insane. I feel it's unfair to the kid. The kid, I already know. The kid's going to be, oh, your dad. Who's your dad? George Washington? Who's your dad? The guy that needs a wheelchair to freaking wheel himself? It's crazy. It's selfish to bring a kid in the world knowing you're gonna have limited time. But they're not having kids right now. Don't you know a 75-year-old grandparent is 40 now? I just couldn't do it. No matter what. So let's even throw age out. I would never, ever, ever have a kid. This is a huge reason why I've never had a kid even before. I will never have a kid until I'm 100% financially stable. And that means that I could pay for their college, that I could pay if my kid had some kind of illness or needed to go to the hospital for treatment, that I would have money. My parents had no money when they had me. That to me is one of the most selfish things in the world, is to bring someone into the world that didn't ask to be here and not be able to support them financially. That's a reason, that's a huge reason why I budget so tight, is because I had the biggest fear in my life is running out of money. And because I seen it when I was growing up, like I would see like, hey, we got to pay this bill, and I hated it. And I said, I will never bring a kid into this world until I have plenty of money to put my kid through college, to support them 100%. I did see De Niro had a kid at like 80, but he probably had a kid at 80 because he probably has freaking dementia.
Maybe if one of my brothers didn't have a kid early, I'd be pressured by my parents to have kids.
Mm-hmm.
Now they don't care.
Now they don't care.
Because they have 6 children.
Six grandkids.
Mm-hmm.
Let's test out the internet. You guys want to see how fast our internet is now? How fast is your guys' internet in Vietnam? Let's take a look. How come I can never try this? Fast. I'm going to try fastspeed.com. Let's see if this will work. I would never bring a kid into this world doing that. To me, that's one of the most selfish things in the world, is to bring a kid in. It's trauma, man. It's trauma. Growing up as a kid, not knowing if you have money, it's trauma, man. I don't care what you guys say. It's a form of child abuse, man. It's a form of child abuse. I don't care what you guys, it's not as bad as smacking your kids around and doing stuff like that, but it's a form of child abuse. Because look at me. I over extremely budget because my biggest fear in life is running out of money. Because I remember at 8, 9 years old hearing like, oh my God, we don't have enough money to pay bills. And like, I thought that was it. I thought like, oh my God, at 9 years old, I'd be homeless. And like, you can't do that to kids, man. You can't focus on raising your kids correctly if you're stressing about money. You just can't. But you guys probably grew up in the time. So I grew up in the mid to late 80s. Imagine growing up now. Growing up now with no money. It would be way more insane. Upload. This one doesn't do upload, but when I did it the other day, let me see. I can go try this other one. Our upload and our download speed was like almost the same, which is kind of crazy, right? Let me try to do this one. There was one that allows me to do upload and download. Let me find that page.
17 kids?
That's crazy. 17 kids. My God. That's like the Brady Bunch times 2. Let's see if I think this one will tell us. Nah. Having a kid is not a requirement. There's so many people in this world that should not have kids. So I think our upload speed is about 140. So our upload speed is about 150. I mean, our download speed is about 150, and our upload, so this is download. Download is about 150-ish, and then upload looks like it's about 140. Yeah, 130. Do you guys know how many people in this world should not have kids? That's why we have a lot of terrible things in the world, because parents had kids to collect a check. Parents had kids that they never wanted to raise. A lot of people should not be having kids. So 140 is the download, and about 130 is the upload. Fluffy, what are you crunching on?
We have sister. We have your stuff.
Fluffy, don't talk with your mouth full.
I wonder how many kids does Darth Son have?
Nah. Shoot, I mean, even if you raise your kid correctly, man, your kid can fall into so many problems. I thought I was going to be married and have a kid by like 28, 25. But that was probably when I was like 15, 16, 17. And then just so much stuff in life changed. That's why I said I'll never say never, because I thought I was going to be working some corporate job. Like, if you would have asked me what I'm doing at 15, I'd say, oh, I'd be in some corporate office. I'd be wearing a suit and tie, and I'd have 2 kids, and I'd have a house. And like I said, that's why I don't think like, oh, I'll never say this. Like, life changes. Let me see. Big YouTuber. I'm responding to a message. I'm going to be doing my interview. So by this time tomorrow, the interview should be over and done. I have no clue how it's going to turn out, but let me show you the one that I just watched, which I think is going to be very, very similar. It's just it's really not one thing of why I'm not having a kid. One, it's going to be the age. Two, I will not have a kid until I have their whole college paid for. So unless I start raking in thousands upon thousands of dollars and have a college fund already set aside, then I won't do it. There's just financial things, age things, time-wise. I'll have to give up traveling. I don't want to give up traveling. So there's just so many things that are preventing me from having a kid. This is not just really one thing. Age, I love my lifestyle, and financial things. But I don't know. It would be selfish. I don't think. I'm not going to say never, but I don't think I would raise. No way would I raise a kid from 0 to 18 bouncing around. You do one thing when you raise a kid. You need to be stable. You need to stable. The parents that would say like, oh, my son, he went to this school for 1 year and then we moved him. You can't be pulling kids away from their friends, their family that they live. That's traumatizing to kids too. So I don't plan on staying. I don't plan on staying in one country for years. I still love to travel. So there's no way in hell I could not imagine myself in one country for the next 18 years. I could not imagine staying in one country. I couldn't even imagine staying in one country for 5 years. This is the longest I've ever been in one country. Is 11 months now. I've been here for 11 months. So I've been here for just a little bit. I've been here under a year. Now if you count the visa runs where I technically went out of the country, I've only been here at 3 months at a time. But this is the longest I've ever been in one city, is 11 months. I've been in 6 countries in 1 week before. So I couldn't have a kid because what am I going to do? Hey, kid, Your first year of school is gonna be in Vietnam. Next year you're gonna be in Thailand. Next year you're gonna be in Portugal. I don't think that's right to a kid. They're gonna have friends. They're gonna make best friends, and then every year they lose their best friend. Like I can't do that. Selfish. Like I said, I'm a much different traveler. I'm not. I hate to say it this way. I'm not a Vietnam lover. I'm not a Thailand lover. I go wherever that country offers me the best bang for my lifestyle. But that kid is going to lose his best friend every single year. That's if you guys know about child psychology or even psychology, constant moving, that's why it's terrible. Like when moms have 16 different boyfriends and your kid at 6 years old thinks this new guy coming into the house is their new dad, and then next month he has a new dad, and then the next month that's terrible for kids. That's the worst thing. You need stability for kids. You cannot keep just bouncing kids around.
You're a kid.
Like even my lifestyle, man, that lifestyle doesn't exist. When I was a kid, I had the same best friend for probably like, I don't know, at least 6 or 7 years. We'd go ride bikes together. We'd go play video games together. Like I was devastated when I lived on one side of my town, and then my parents bought a house and they moved from one side of the town to the other side of town, and I never got to see my friend almost never again because we weren't old enough to drive and we lived too far to walk. So my best friend, I was devastated. I was like, man, I lost my best friend. That's another reason why I don't want to have kids. I don't want to give up traveling. So there's no country that I want to live in for the rest of my life. So that's a huge thing. Money, age, and I would have to give up traveling. I don't want to give up. Where would I live? So if I had to give up traveling and not travel out anymore, I'd have to go back to the USA. So how much more is living in the USA going to cost me than here? And no, I'm not going to live in Vietnam for 18 years. No, I'm not going to go live in the Philippines. There's no country that I want to live in for the rest of my life. There's no country that I want to live in. Even the USA. Even the USA I wouldn't want to live in for the rest of my life. I have travel in my blood. I do not want to stop traveling. But let's say I had a kid, I would have to stop traveling, which means I would have to go back to the USA, my home country, and it's going to cost me 10 times as more, but I'm not going to just live in a country for the rest of my life that I don't know the language, that I'm not born in. Can't do it. I could travel there and stay for a year, maybe 2 years, but I'm not going to. There's no country I would live in for the rest of my life. Even the USA. I wouldn't live in the USA for the rest of my life.
For the rest of my life. What do you want, tea?
No, I don't want tea. Remember, my goal is to go to 100 countries. I'm only at 20. My ultimate goal would be to go to every single country in the world. But even my smaller goal of being in the 100 countries is still 80 countries away. So I'm still far away from that. I'm still 80 countries away from that. Oh, that's what I was going to show you guys. There we go. Look at where we're at today, guys.
You have another
3,320 subscribers. So if you guys have not subscribed, please press the subscribe button there. I'm gonna wrap up this live stream in just probably about 5 minutes because I do have a video consultation at 6 p.m. tonight. So at 6 p.m. I have a video consultation with somebody that's coming in the city. We'll see if they book the in-person service or not. If they are, then it looks like I'll be doing another in-person service, I think, next week. If not, then I don't have an in-person service booked. And then probably after the 6 p.m. video consultation, Probably around 7 o'clock we'll go out to dinner. We'll do another live stream. But let's see if I can find it. That's not me, Darth son. It's not me. Whether it's because of the environment that I grew up, I've never loved a woman in my whole life. I've never told a woman ever in my life that I've loved them. I don't feel it's. I think Darth is a religious person. I think he reads the Bible and is very holy, but that's not my type. I don't know if there's a God. I don't know if there's not. Who knows? But I'm just a good person on my own. Maybe one day, maybe I will be a Bible person. Who knows? No clue. But I just live the way that I live my life. And I don't try to change. I don't try to feel sorry. Like, oh, I don't love someone. Oh, I don't have it. Like, not my style. I am a true adapter. You could, tomorrow if my house, if this place burnt down and I had to go somewhere else, I would adapt. And then I would just go live somewhere else. No, it's not. This is all stuff that I tell people. So, Darth, it sounds like to me that you like to lie to women. Do you lie to women, Darth? That's cringe. Because everything I'm saying is absolutely the truth, and it's already been said many times. So maybe, Darth, maybe you're giving the senses that you go around and tell women, oh, this, you want a green card? Oh, I love you, and tell them all this. That's cringe to me. I tell anybody the truth about me, and I tell them up front. I don't lie to people. So it's not cringe. Why would it be cringe that I'm telling you guys the same stuff that I've told everyone that's known me in real life since I've been 16 years old? So I don't understand how telling the truth is cringe. That's weird. Where is it not nice? So like I'm saying, should I lie? What do you guys want me to say? I guess you guys want me to lie. I'm not a liar. I can't lie. Here it is. So this is what made me realize I could do. I'm gonna do my interview this way. Look, let me show you guys.
Like kind of off and on for a year and a half.
So this was the interview that he just did yesterday. And if you look,
Thinking that everything that I had in my life was about money. Why can't it be about me as a
so I
person?
realized you can do an interview
It just changed me and
on your cell phone. So this is how I'm gonna do mine. And I'm gonna sit right there in front of the window with low lighting, I guess.
after I did a lot of
But I'm just gonna do my interview this way.
Philippines with their English language that was the topper for me.
And where are you in the Philippines, Fred?
I am in Cebu City in IT Park. I have about a 5-minute ride on my bike down the hill until I get to the mall, the single block mall. So
The only thing that I'm kind of worried about on this interview is two things. Is he going to put B-roll over it? I did notice, let me see if I can show you. I didn't like the way that they did the B-roll with this, but I'm assuming the guy Britt is the one that provided the B-roll. Let me try to find it for you. Yeah, look. So this is the B-roll. So you can obviously, I don't like this. So this guy obviously shot all of his video on his cell phone. So I'm not sure if I'm supposed to provide B-roll. He'll probably tell me tomorrow, like, hey, can you send me over some B-roll? Or so I'm not sure, but I don't have any B-roll from my cell phone. It's all GoPro footage. So I'm not sure. He spends almost $2,000 a month in the Philippines. That's crazy to me. That's crazy to me. $2,000 a month in the Philippines. Now, I do know, trust me, the Philippines is definitely more expensive than Da Nang for sure. But 3 times more, that's a lot of freaking dough. Even Philip couldn't blow $2,000 a month in the Philippines. The interview tomorrow is at 1 p.m., but I don't know how long it takes. So it's not like a live interview. So at least I don't think it's a live interview. So he will do an interview with me, and then I'm assuming it takes him however long to upload and edit it. Yeah, so that interview will be at 1 tomorrow. That interview will be at 1, so I don't know what his turnaround time. Maybe he puts it out the next day, maybe he puts it out the same, maybe it takes him a week, I don't know. I'm sure he'll probably tell me tomorrow like what the approximate thing is. And then I'm just curious of, will people watch it? Let me take a look. Let me see how many people. He just posted that video 19 hours ago. So that video has been up for less than 24 hours, and it looks like he got 8,000 views in a day. So probably, I'm assuming that's probably going to get 10,000. This guy's video is going to get 10,000 views in a day. And it looks like, when I looked at him yesterday, let's take a look at his page. He had less than me. He had 2,800 subscribers. So what does he have now? 3.1. So it looks like he gained maybe 300 subscribers since yesterday. So I don't know. Will I gain 300 subscribers in a day? Will I gain less? Will I gain more? I have no clue. I did Gio's channel last year before I was monetized, and I think I gained about 200 subscribers or so from that video, roughly. So I don't know. No clue what to expect. This is like my this is my second interview that I've done on a YouTube channel. I'll get $1,000 and keep her and can share half of my pension. Helping small channels. I don't know. So his channel, I don't even know how to guess. You guys would be better at analytics. So he's got like 180,000 subscribers. I don't know. If you guys just had to guess, how many subscribers do you think that I probably should conservatively think that I would get from that? I'm at 3,300 subscribers today. So I have no clue. 1,000 years later, French accent. So I don't know. I honestly don't know what to assume. Fluffy does not know that when you have a green card, you have to stay in the USA 6 months out of the year. Never heard of that.
No, you at least 2 months. 2 to 3 months, not 6
I don't know.
months.
I would love to get, well, it would be a double-edged sword, because I don't expect that I'm going to get 6,000 subscribers. That's insane. But let's say I got 10,000 because of it. It would be a double-edged sword. It would be 10,000. It would be amazing. But then that means I have to do a scooter video. But I not even thinking it's going to get close to 6,000 subscribers. But and I would be, I guess it would, I don't want to say bittersweet, but if I somehow got 10,000, up to 10,000, not 10,000 from him, but up to 10,000 for my 3,000, I would have to do a scooter video, which would be crazy. I don't mind the trolls, man. So trolls don't bother me at all. If trolls bothered me, I would ban them. But I think I've only banned 2 people from this channel. One was someone that was insulting my subscribers, so I had to do it for that. But I don't think I've ever banned anyone for, I don't think I've banned anyone that's ever really kind of just made troll comments. I banned someone that was talking about my subscribers, which I'm not going to allow people to talk about my subscribers. Because I had someone saying, hey, man, this guy, he's rude, he's racist. Please don't have him in there. I can't watch your channel anymore. When people do that, then I have to ban them. But I don't mind trolls at all. I'll either just put a thumbs up on them. You guys see, whenever there's a troll in here on the live stream, I literally pin their comments up there. when I have a troll comment, I pin it up in the room. So the trolls won't bother me at all. I missed some of your messages. Let me scroll back up. I'm kind of glad I didn't think about. I almost was gonna say, hey, if I get to 5,000 on my next on my next visa run, we'll do it in another country. But
Wow.
I didn't make that. But that was even before. So I would have thought that I wouldn't get there, but who knows?
Wow, 5,000 is another country.
But good thing I didn't
what
make
is
that deal.
the-
But I
what
don't
is-
even know. I'm not gonna get, like I said, I never count things before they hatch. Who knows? Like maybe somehow tomorrow the interview might get canceled. Maybe the internet goes out. Maybe it's a bad quality. So never count things before they hatch. How long have I been in Vietnam? It's kind of a trick question because last year I was here in Da Nang from about February-ish to September. Then I went back to the USA for about 4 months to clean out my storage, to get all my business stuff in order, to go get my college diploma. I needed the hard copy of it. And then I came back in Asia. I stopped in the Philippines for 2 months. And then I've been in Da Nang since March to now. So in about the last 24 months, I've been here in Da Nang for about 16-ish of those months. So I've been here realistically about a year and a half over the past 2 years. I don't know if he's gonna ask me for B-roll. If he is, then I'm gonna have to go through my videos and figure it out. I hate editing, but I guess I'll have to do it. But it would be nice if somehow he could just pull off some of clips from off my YouTube channel and just use it himself. But if he needs the B-roll, I guess I'm gonna have to kind of do it.
I think it's different when, like, working there and then you got your green card compared to being married. and
I don't
getting
know,
your
Fluffy.
green card.
I would have loved to did an interview in. I'm a person that would love to do interviews in person better than online. So if he would have been here, I would have definitely wanted to meet up with him. And I'm even gonna tell him. I have no clue if he'll want to do another interview with me, but I'm gonna tell him, hey, next time we're in the same place, I would love to do another interview with you in person. So maybe he'll go for it. Maybe he won't. I have no clue. I honestly don't really know how this interview is gonna turn out. I know I'm going to answer questions that he asked me, and we're just going to take it from there. Maybe it's great. Maybe it bombs. I have no clue. I have no clue how this video is going to turn out. I mean, I'm assuming it can't hurt me. I think you guys are going to say, oh, don't be too honest. Because they're going to, if he asks me like, hey, compare the Philippines and Thailand and Vietnam, I'm going to tell him the truth. I'm going to say, Philippines, man, way too expensive. And then guess what? Maybe the Philippines viewers can say, why are you talking about my country?
Yeah, of course.
But
definitely will you get that
I'm going to tell him, man, I can only tell the truth. This is first of all, it's my opinion. This is what I observe with my 2 eyes. So I only tell you guys stuff that I personally witness, see, and experience. So you guys ask me the question. This is the answer. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. I'm going to tell you guys exactly what it is. So we'll see. Fluffy if Fluffy wants to come on, she can come on. I have no clue.
come on as thank you.
Let's thank you. But I guess I'm going to sit. Here's how I'm going to try. I guess what I'm going to do is I'm going to do something like this. I'm going to, I guess, set up this chair here. And then what should I sit on this one? Maybe I'll sit like this. Oh, you know what? This is actually not too bad. Look. So here's the chair. This will be the natural lighting. We'll open up this. And then maybe I do the interview like this. What do you guys think?
You're facing the camera. Oh yeah, that's nice.
So maybe I do it like this. I'm gonna be like, I'm scared. I don't know what to say. No, I'm just gonna be myself. I guess I'm just, hold on, let me open up the window. I know we don't have any sunlight, but this is gonna be the brightest it's probably gonna get. The tripod is on this phone, so the tripod is sitting on the phone right there. Or, let me try something. What do you guys think about this? Let me try this. So I would really love, I don't have the setup for it, but what I would love to do, especially if it's sunny, I would have loved to have sat out here, right? And then had this background. But this is actually better. But then we have the AC noise. This is a great view, but the lighting is not as good this way. But that's a great view. The problem here is you guys will hear this AC, which is not going to make it as good. This might be a little too distracting. So I think the best, look at this setup. I'm on this tiny little chair. So I think the best setup is going to be something like this. Let me see. I guess this is probably the best one. And then I'll say, there's Fluffy. And then she'll be eating. I guess this is how I'm going to do it, I guess. It's quiet in here. This is probably, I don't think it's going to be sunny tomorrow. This is going to be the most, this is it. I guess we're going to do it like this. Outside would be nice, but the problem is the AC makes noise. And I don't have a way to sit out there. If I put this chair there, it would be too low. So the background would be, you guys would just see this, the railing. So I don't have the setup for that. I was thinking about it green screen, but the problem is I never do videos on my laptop. So I really, really, really wanted to do, I could do so many more uploaded videos if I had not a green screen, but if I did them on my laptop. But the problem is this lighting in here sucks. Like, it looks good on here, but I'm telling you, like, when I sit over here, the lighting is very, very terrible. I don't know. I don't know which angle I should sit at. So the problem is when I sit over here on my laptop, the lighting is so dim. So supposedly, here's what I didn't realize till lately, but supposedly those are supposed to be lights.
Who's Dan?
I don't know, some troll. But some of these lights don't work, and I think there was supposed to be lights up here. So this stuff is really, really dim.
Saying teach Dan to make some plastic caramel too.
Ooh, we don't have any to make, so I can't do it. So we'll see. I guess I'm going to figure out, I'm going to sit over there and do it. I guess that's the best way to do it, I'm thinking. Oh, you know what I can do? I have this. You guys will probably like this a little better. This is a little bit, I forgot I had this light. Look.
But you said he doesn't like
Here, close your guys' eyes. So what I could do, this might be overkill though, guys. What do you guys think? Watch. This might be overkill. Let me see. What do you guys think? Light or no light? So no light, light. Jesus, you guys are all here. We'll do it this way.
Can I see light?
Let them have light.
I don't know what to answer then. What's that, light?
That's what. How am I gonna have a green screen on my cell phone, especially while I'm connected to Skype? It's not possible. It's not possible. Plus, on the last interview where he just did with that other guy, he asked me, he goes, "Oh, we see your apartment in the background. Can you give us a little tour?" So I'm hoping that maybe he'll say, "Oh, we see your apartment. Can you show us a tour?" And then what I'll do is I'll pick up the phone, and then I'll say, "Oh, yes, here's our 2-bedroom." So I'll do that. So the no background or the no green screen will be better. The interviewer is Dan from Vagabond Awake. He has a big channel, way big channel.
That's why Philip is saying teach him how to do, what do you call this? How to do caramel.
So we'll see. Like I said, what do you guys think? What do you guys think? I'll get 50 subscribers? Do you think I'll get 200? Do you think I'll get more than that? What do you guys think?
You'll get the kissy from me.
Well, for one, so I know they have those. I actually used to have a green screen in the USA, not for my laptop, but for my other camera stuff. One, it wouldn't come in tomorrow. Two, what else would I ever use it for? I don't make any videos on my laptop. Green screens are great when you do laptop videos, but the problem I can't do laptop videos is because the lighting is so terrible in here. So that's the problem, is the lighting's so bad. So for me to make laptop videos, I need good lighting, and the lighting is terrible in here. And I'm not going to invest in a green screen in an apartment that I'm probably going to move out of, and I'm not going to invest in camera lights that I'm going to move out of an apartment when I already have 3 freaking bags. We'll see. Oh, let's take a look. What'd you guys vote for on the light? Let's see what you guys chose. No light. Okay. Okay. So I won't do a light unless he says, "Oh, you don't have a light." If he says that, then we'll do it. But I guess no light. But then they can't see my nice blue eyes. Look. A lot of you guys think I have brown eyes.
Because you don't eat vegetables.
A lot of you guys think I have brown eyes. Oh, there we go. Here's another one. I want to ask you guys this. It's not up to me. It's not up to me, but here's a good question. Where's my thing? Here we go. He's he's interested in the caramel blends at the restaurant, so we can't do that. Ooh.
Can you put it in the fridge? Fluffy, can you put it in the fridge?
I'm busy. Why would I do that?
Because you are holding it.
Holding what? The camera? What are you doing? You're just watching TV. Fluffy.
Nay! Interview on what?
What time is it? I should have been off already. We're just gonna get this last poll.
Press it.
Um,
Press it, look, that's natural. Dark sun. Did you know, like, back in my 20s, I was flat chested because I was so skinny.
what was I gonna say? Something. Oh, I have the video consultation at 6, so I'm gonna get off here in just a second. I'm gonna just wait for these votes. We have 7 votes. You guys are 22 in here. Give me at least maybe 2 or 3 more votes on if I should have Fluffy make a special appearance. I don't know if he wants her on there. He might say, "Oh my God, get her out of here." But we'll see. We will see. Ten votes. I never like to do even numbers, so I always wait till I get to like 9 or 11, because I don't want to tie. That's why I don't like even numbers when I do the poll, because then it could be 5-5. So I always like to have an odd number so at least one side wins. Irvin Wellick? Who is Irvin Wellick? I don't know who the hell Irvin Wellick is. Irvine Wellich? Never heard of him. Who is that, Fluffy? I'm good. I think usually I think more about something than when I actually do it. So like when I go do the interview, once I'm doing it, I'm fine. But the build up, just to anything, it's like when I go to a birthday party, I'm like, oh great, I got to get ready, I got to go do this. So we'll see. You guys will be able to see the interview when he posts it on his page. So I'll show you his, so you guys can subscribe now. I would be nice if you guys could subscribe to his channel now. So as soon as he puts the video out, you guys will be able to get alerted. So his channel is called Vagabond Awake, and it looks like he's got 177,000 subscribers. He just did this video last month. His name is Dan, but his channel is called Vagabond Awake. I'm definitely going to tell him that. Let me actually figure out what percentage my budget is. Let me see. I want to have the exact correct number. I think it's 67%. I think it's 67%. Heading out for 10K ice cream? Where are you going, Mix U? That's the only place we know 10K ice cream. At Mix U.
Oh yeah, Mix U, I guess.
Mix U. Maybe he's going to Mix U. He must be going to Mix U. 10K ice cream with cone. Oh. Let's see in this poll. Hopefully it's not a freaking tie. Let's see. Is it a tie? Yes. Ooh, they want Fluffy to make a special guest appearance. 10K ice cream with cone. Oh. Let's see. In this poll. Hopefully it's not a freaking tie. Let's see. Is it a tie? Yes. Ooh, they want Fluffy to make a special guest appearance. 10K ice cream with cone. Oh. 75%. I'm ready. Once the cameras roll, once I'm ready to go, I'm always ready. You guys see, man, I could talk forever on live stream. Maybe this will be the first time he has to stop asking questions because maybe I just keep talking. I think Mixu is like a chain restaurant, a chain ice cream place. So I guess we're gonna wrap it up there, guys. I'm gonna go do my video consultation in less than an hour. And then probably in about 2 hours from now, we're probably gonna go out to dinner. I don't even know where we're gonna go. I don't know where we'll go. Bonet, Thai restaurant, Bikini Bottom.
Oh, Thai. You can go to Thai.
We'll see. We'll figure it out. So I guess we're gonna do a dinner stream in maybe 2 hours. I'll let you guys know how this video consultation. This video consultation is not the one for the YouTube. This is someone's coming to Da Nang and they want me to answer questions for them, and we'll see if they want to book my in-person service. So let's do that, and I'll be back shortly. So give me about 2 hours. Once again, appreciate all you guys that watched, commented. Coconut Man sent a super chat, I think they're called. I never clear about if they're a super chat or a super something else, but big thumbs up. If you guys haven't subscribed, please hit the subscribe button. Let's see exactly where we're at right now. Let me pull this up really quickly. There's a subscribe button up here. If you guys see it, that means you guys are not subscribed. We have 3,320. This is the last day. We hope that we're going to be under 3,300 by the time tomorrow. Well, the video probably won't be uploaded tomorrow, but this channel's going to probably start taking off. Get in early on this ship before it starts going up, especially after this next interview on Vagabond Awake. So hit your subscribe button. Make sure you guys get in early and often. I don't think you can do often, but I've heard them say early and often. But see you guys very soon. So thank you, and get the heck out of my living room.
Happy travels.